Hush now, don't explain. There ain't nothing to gain. I'm glad that you're back. Don't explain. Quiet, baby. Don't explain. There is nothing to gain. Skip that lipstick. Don't explain. You know that I love you, and what love endures. All my thoughts are of you, for I'm so completely yours. Don't wanna hear folks chatter, 'cause I know you cheat. Right and wrong don't matter when you're with me, my sweet. Hush now, don't explain. Don't you know you're my joy and you're my pain? My life is yours, love. Don't explain. Thoughts of you, for I'm so completely yours. I don't want to hear nobody chatter, 'cause I know you cheat. Right and wrong don't matter when you're with me, my sweet. Hush now, don't explain. You're my joy, you're my pain. My life is yours, love. Don't explain.
The motherfucking saga continues.
All hell to those believing in the real gangster shit. Cause when it comes to the real niggas, it makes the shit that much harder to deal with.
Yeah! Above the laws in this motherfucker. Black mafia for life. Down with the real niggas for life. Yo, sweet talk, tell them what the fuck we here for.
Well, alright, y'all, USC, Compton, Watts, the Woods, all across the motherfucking USC. They though I walk through the valley of real niggas, I should fear no man or no motherfucking clan. Hit me one, cause I've been to the mountaintop, y'all, and I done seen through the eyes of a real nigga.
Yo, what you think about the real niggas 187?
Yo, they make some of the coolest shit I done never heard.
Yo, well me, KMG, I must give it up to the ruthless motherfucking gangsters. fear no mob.
Because you're safe, man, you're safe. Tell the pussy world that you're safe, man. They're not silly mama clan mob, but no silly pussy clan world. Keep Babylon on the run, see.
The real niggas is back, cause it's too many bullshit records out. Niggas fiending for what we put out, but you don't have to wait no longer. Because the new album is out and the shit is much stronger. So many groups made 3 albums or more, and that weak ass shit still sitting in the record store. They wonder why it never sold. Niggas rapping since the 70s and still never went gold. Our first record sold 2 million copies. That's because your other motherfuckers are sloppy. You came out street and crossed over, and after that your career's fucking over. Because of that you're not around. So shut the fuck up and witness the sound of some real niggas.
Yeah, motherfuckers, keeping all you busters on the run and 9-1. Kick that shit, man.
Most niggas can't understand, and never will if they ain't part of the ruthless mafia clan. Niggas is dedicated to the streets, but I fucking lyrics and the dope ass beats. The cuts will never come soft, because I come off. So don't get in my way, cause motherfucker you get cut off. And it's something you can move your lips to wrap around my dick to suck if it fits you. And let me know if you wanna ride the D-I-C-K all day, that's with no play. Cause ain't no rap groups out that I know to make me wanna listen to the radio. All I hear is motherfuckers trying to make a comeback with love songs, and that shit is whack. And that's why your ass ain't around, cause you don't have the motherfucking sound of a real nigga.
Yeah,
Mic check. Let's do a mic check before I get in here real fast. Where we at? Who with me? Let me know if you're here. Mic check 1, mic check 2. Camera's good. Where we at? Where are we? Let me know if you're here. Patience is low today. I ain't gonna lie. Oh boy. Might be a tough one. Who with me? Let me know if you're here. Let's make sure the phone lines are in. What's good? What's today? Thursday? I think you guys getting snow in Cincinnati. Mama Birch, you ready for that? Let's see if we get some, let me see if I can get the, there we go. That a little bit better. Boy, half the country about to get hit with a blizzard. We good? Mic check. As you can probably tell, I'm not super prepared. Facebook good. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate those that step up and say something. And are we good on the camera? Camera action good? Sierra Brooks said, quarter zip. Quarter zip Wyatt means twin about to cuss up a storm. Suit Wyatt, minimum cussing, but it might get heated. Is that the assessment, Sierra? Is that how you assess how we got things? What's going on over here? Okay. Maybe I'll keep a suit in the closet here in the studio. YouTube good. Thank you, Preston. Michelle Hardy, good afternoon. Haven't seen your name come across the screen much, love. Peace and love and blessings to you. Thank you, Lamont. Peace and blessings to you as well. Thanks, Scott. Good. Bless be the fight. I'm sorry. Blessed Beth. Blessed be the fight. 4635. Thank you over on YouTube. Appreciate it. I don't have much today. There's a couple things that I can go over from yesterday. Let me back me up. I don't like this view. There we are. Let me do that. Good afternoon, Regina. Mama Birch, what's good? Let's get right here. Michelle Hardy says, I'm here every day. Bless your heart, Michelle. How's that coffee cup? How's that coffee cup working for you? Still good? Very crispy today. What's that mean, twin? Is that meaning the camera? Because I did something that Sierra Brooks recommended, and I put the camera up to 1080p, which to be honest with you, wow, it does look a little crispier. And I'm on Wi-Fi, Sierra. I'm not doing the hard line. This is that engineer to producer talk right here on the air. Oh shit, I'm getting in a better mood. This week I've been working from home. I have a lot going on all in a short, like in a small, I want to call it a triangle, but it's more like a freaking rectangle at this point. And it's killing me. And the reason why it's killing me is because I don't have enough time in a day to do what needs to be done. I don't like, I have a team. I have people that work with me. Camera hating ass paper guy. What the hell? Is it the camera? Looks a lot better. Thank you, Donna. Okay, the 10, this is probably long overdue. Let me pull it and see. If you guys don't mind. Wow, does look much nicer. It does. You all can thank Sierra for that. Sierra, I will send you a check. They don't do that anymore, so guess I'll have to send you a Cash App. Sierra Brooks says image quality has definitely improved. I think I had some things twisted up, Sierra, to be honest with you. I've always had the equipment. I've always had what I needed. But if you don't align it up right, it's not gonna work properly. I think you know that. I'm not really talking to you. I'm telling some other people because I've been joked on and I've been clowned about how I went and bought all this stuff and blah 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 blah, blah and he did this and Mr. Microphone and all that and then the shit don't look right or it don't sound right and you know what I mean, and I guess I'm supposed to get teased for that, but it's just a matter of time before I learn how to do things. Here's the problem with a lot of you haters. Once guys like me understand the process and get what we need, there's no holding us back. There's no holding us back. Once we get the information that we need, like I'll be honest with you and tell you something. So I won't hurt any feelings. I'll keep it at a very bare minimum of I'll give you an example in a very bare minimum kind of way. At a young age, once I learned how to make $1,000, I can make $1,000 in those days in my sleep. Once I understood how to do it. Before I knew how to make it, I'm talking about legally, of course. Before I knew how to do it, I struggled. I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of thousands of dollars trying to make 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make $100. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never really was the best businessman. I was just a man that never really accepted failure. And once I learned that failing was part of the process, that failing was part of how you had to fail in order to win. Then I accepted it for what it was, part of the process. I never accepted failure. I never accepted the loss. I accepted a loss as part of the process, as part of failing, part of the learning curve of what was needed. Feel me? Failure has never been okay for me. It's only been tolerated because it's necessary. That's it. So whenever I fail at something or I lose at something, I just figure, just like anything else in the stock market, I very seldom get into a stock. I'll share this with you guys because this is important to know. I very seldom get into a stock and it starts making money right away. Let me tell you why. My secret is I generally go after companies that are having a hard time. But then again, when it's a company that's having a hard time, generally there's this shark company that'll come along and eat it up. There's a lot of companies that suffocate small businesses. You understand? They suffocate them. They make them fail on purpose. They cut their windpipe off and they suffocate them. And then as they're suffocating, the stock goes down. And as the stock goes down, that's when I jump in. I jump in when things are tough for those companies. Now, you guys know Kroger is not going anywhere. Kroger's not going anywhere. But let some bad media, let something happen where, a can of tuna or some shit is going bad, then they take a hit, or, oh, the merger didn't happen with such and such company or something like that. You let them take a hit. Whenever a company is in a struggling position, that's when I move in. And I never get into the starting point at a point where I'm winning. I'll sit back for a whole year and watch it go down $3 or $4. I might lose $10 a share or whatever. I may lose the money, but it's about the position you get in versus the potential earning that it has. That's how I look at it. A stock that once was $90 a share and now it's $50 a share, I know it has the earning ability of $90. It can even exceed that. It can go up. You got to understand, it's down at 50. There's people that are actually now buying at 50. It's just a brand new beginning for a new investor. Yeah, that's all it is. It's like playing spades. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have 7 or 8 books every hand. You're not gonna do that. And then sometimes you underbid your hand, right? You underbid your hand on purpose. You're a fool in spades if you ever over bet your hand, unless you're playing against some people that just don't know how to play. What's more punishable in spades, y'all? Help me out. I haven't played spades in a long time because there ain't no money in it. But let me ask you this: what's worse for you in a game of spades? If you overbid and get caught, it's more of a punishment than it is if you underbid and you don't get as many points. So I look at it like a game of spades. I say to myself, I don't want to be too risky. That's how the stock market is for me. I don't want to be too risky. I'd rather underbid than overbid because I can always recover from an underbid. You know what I'm saying? I'll make less money. But on an overbid, my God, I've lost thousands. I've lost thousands of dollars because I got the price right, but I was overbidding the stock. I was overbidding. I just felt like, like this could be a gold. Now, here's the thing. I'll share this with you and then I'll move on, I promise. I've never gone in one of those positions not understanding the risk. If I went in and I bought it at $50 a share, knowing better that it could probably go down even more. Or I'm not sure that somebody's gonna come on. I'm not sure someone's gonna come and get this company. I don't know, bro. This company been around for almost 150 years. It's in a bad area now of the country. There's not much job opportunity where it's sitting. I research all of that, and if I see that there's nothing there, I might pull the trigger. I may. And the last time I did that, I overbid it in my hand. Darnell Hunter says, question, because I don't know. But what if I never get back? Hold on. Screen move. Excuse me, Darnell. He says, question, because I don't know. But what if it never gets back to where it was before? The stock, I mean. Then you lose. You lose the money. You have to give it time. I had a friend of mine, Darnell, this is for you. I had a friend of mine. She's a female. She has her own business. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. She has her own business. And I don't, want to put people business out there like that. But I can, I got love for this friend. So much love that I'll tell them the truth. If I ever tell you the truth as a friend, you're a friend. Like if I'm, I would never sugarcoat anything to a friend. I'll keep it all the way brutally honest. So she ran into some money because she got a few contracts and she ran her money up. Okay, she got some money and I'm happy for her. She called me one time. Excuse me. This is some time ago. She called me and she said, "Hey, I want to get into what you do with the land. I want to invest in the land." And I said, "No, you don't do that right now." And for some people, they see successful stuff. They see successful motion in the ocean. They see it. And then they see you capitalizing on it. But what a lot of people don't understand is if you've been in something 5 years, there's no way that someone brand new can come in and start right at your five-year point. You're vested in a position right there. You can't start with that amount of money right now for where I started 5 years ago, you can't do that. It's too risky for you. The return is not going to come to you fast enough. And the position that you're in right now, it's a chance you can lose. And then you'll look at me and say, you told me to put my money in there. Let me give you a perfect example. She told me she had like $10,000. What do I do with it? And I said, well, here's what I would do with 10,000. And it wasn't like aggressive investing or anything like that. It was very slow motion. Y'all have to understand, I'm a careful investor when it comes down to digits like that. I'll put $100 on some risky shit, some penny stocks. I don't even do that anymore. But for the beginners, I would do that just so you can watch your money grow and you can lose and all that. And you can fuss and cuss when you take a loss, but you only lose $100, $200, $300 maybe. And it's not a big deal. It's a big deal, but it's not, you didn't put your rent money up. You see what I'm saying? So she asked me, what would you do with this 10,000? And she was serious, very serious. She said, put it with what you're doing. Cause it was that time when I was buying that 50 acres. And I said, I don't think that you want to do that right now, because number one, it could take 3 or 4 years before we see a return on this, before we can even sell it. Now, are you in a position to lose $2,000-$3,000 of your 10,000? Because we got to pay taxes on this land. And if we don't make any money, the land is basically going to sit there dormant. We're not going to put anything on it. It has no way of making any money until we actually put it to use. I don't plan on buying the land and doing anything with it until I see certain government things happening and we could, make some, put some things out there where we can possibly get some offers. Are you in a position to let your $10,000 sit there for 3 years, possibly 4 years, and not see a return? And maybe every quarter you don't have 10,000 anymore. Now you have tax money taken out, expenses taken out. The city come in and say, hey, you guys need to put a sign up or whatever. It's now costing us $2,000 a year to let it sit there dormant. Do you have $10,000 to just sit there and not make any money? And a smart friend, a friend that has love for a friend would say, don't do that. I mean, you can't look at a 5-year position and then come in at the beginning and think that you're going to be in that same type of space. I've taken some things, I've lost money for 3-4 years on a project, and then it came back on the back end once the property or whatever it made, once it was sold. So if you have $10,000, I would put it in an IRA. I would put it in something that's more guaranteed. I would put it into something that's a little bit more solid. I would put it in bonds. I would put it in something that I know is going to make money, because, like, it might not make a lot of money. Even if you go with a 6-month bond at the bank, if you got $10,000 sitting in your shoebox, some brothers, sisters, y'all got it. They got it. And I mean, I use shoebox as a reference. I mean, some people have $10,000 sitting in a savings account and they think it's earning interest when it's not. I mean, that it's really not. But if you went into a 6-month, which is not going to make you much money either, but if you go into a 12-month IRA or something of that nature, or something where you're getting 4 or 5, maybe 6% on your money, that $10,000 could make you $600. Don't sound like a lot of money, but what is your money making just sitting there in a shoebox? Not making anything. So you got to look at it. I'm a careful investor because I'm broke. I'm a broke guy. I come from being poor, and that's why I tell everybody in the world I would never. There you go, David, a Roth IRA. That way you do a short term, get in something more secure, and there's no penalties unless you take it out before the 6 months. You're not going to get none but maybe 3%, but you're earning. You're earning. We got to get out of that mind frame of dubs. Dubs. Fuck that. That's bad language for us. That's bad language for us. Forget the dubs. In the real world, folks, there's no such thing as dubs. Okay? No such thing as dubs. You don't dub up property. You don't dub up anything. We got to get that out of our brain. Now, I know some of y'all didn't live like that, so you don't know what I'm talking about or don't care to even know. It sound bad, don't it? But what I'm saying to you is the real world don't move like that. If I can get 25 cents on the dollar on anything, I'm a happy camper. You can ask any capital adventurers or anyone. If I can get 25 cents on the dollar, I'm with it. That's my minimum. That's where I'm trying to be. If I can do better, oh yeah, great. But I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? If I 25 cents on the dollar is a great position for me. I don't know about you guys. But we got to get away from that dub. Got to get away from that word dub. It's a street word. It's a word that is indoctrinated in us, and it takes away from the true meaning of earning, which means slow motion. Tell you something I heard on Hosh's show. She has a podcast called Day to Day, and there she had this sister on there that was this was some time ago, so I don't remember it all clearly, but it was it was it was an investment show, and she had the sister on there, and she said something to the nature of, I generally take this and do this and I do that and blah blah blah, and she said something about be very careful in how you invest, especially if you working class. And what I said in the thing, because I love watching her show. I watch Day to Day every once in a while, but this particular show was really awesome, because I was able to share some of the insight of what the caller or what the guest, she was actually a guest, what she was talking about, and she was on point. So what I said to her was, slow money, the grind money, the slow money is the best money. That's the careful money. The more careful you are, the smaller amount you'll make, but it's a little bit more secure. You feel me? So I've taken that practice for the last 10 years as well. Oh, I used to be a rabbit. I used to be a rabbit in the market, which means I would hit and run. I would say for instance, there's a stock that sells for $50. I'm just using round numbers for argument's sake. Stock that sells for $50. And this is, hey, some of y'all that's really serious about this. The new things that they have now where you can do this stuff on your own and not pay fees, and you might pay somewhat of a fee, but you don't pay a commission. Man, this rabbit move was the move for me. And what I mean by that is I can buy a stock for $50 on Monday. It opened at 50. I can buy it at $50. By the end of the day, it might be $54. Okay. And I would sell it. I didn't got time. I was just rabbit. I was a rabbit. I would only do this if it earned, if it made money. A couple bucks is the minimum before I would sell. I wasn't waiting tomorrow to see if it'll go to 56 or 55. I wasn't doing that. I would take whatever profit by end of day. So what I would do is I would buy 10 shares at $50. And then you look at it, you say, hey, I just made $3 a share. So I made, $30. It don't sound like much. You do that 10 times in one day, I'm making $300 a day. You got to have time in your day to be able to sit down and do stuff like that. Not every one of them is going to make $1 or $2 a day. Not all of them are going to do that. Some are going to lose. And then some are going to win. So, that's what I call being a rabbit. Is you're just kind of hitting one, moving on, moving on. And see, without you playing any commissions and trade commissions, you can do that and you can make $200-300 a day. So you have to be, you got to be on your stuff though. You got to be on your stuff. What was that, Shaba? Shaba says, scared money don't make no money. 500 on Nevada at the beginning of 2024, 49.10. I ain't tripping, Wyatt. I feel you, bro. I did the same thing. I didn't do what your numbers do. I didn't do that with that. I remember we were here. I posted it. What is it now? I remember. You remember that, don't you, bro? We was talking about it. I think on the show that we were, what is that at right now? You say it's at 49.10, or is that where you bought it was at 49.10? If you guys don't mind, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Because right now I have it. Yeah, it's up, bro. I'm up on that. There it is. It's trading at total gain. Okay. Average cost per share is 164.33. Current share price is 184.63. What up, Huddy Hud? Don't go nowhere. Yeah. Let me see something. 2024. Yeah, the max out was the annually was $60. No, I'm sorry, that's their total earnings was 60 billion. 60 billion evaluation. That's crazy. That's crazy. Revenue growth 65.21%. Who didn't see that coming? That's the ones that's the one Shaba where people was tripping out because it came in low. Remember when it came in? What did we buy that at? Damn, I could have put that back out. If you don't mind, let me just go and look at that because he didn't say something. I bought it at I bought 50 shares. Okay, so Shaba, you know what that looked like. My total gain right now is 12.38%. So I had 100 shares owned, 50 shares. Yeah, it's doing all right now. Were you here, Shaba, that day? Were you here when we had to? Because you're putting it on the screen. Because we're familiar with that. So you must have been here that day. Because I think you said something to the nature of, yeah, I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get in that too. Wyatt, that's what's up. Or you already had. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how it went, but we spoke about it. That all being said, what's good with everyone today? Shaba said winning. Shaba said I was here. Okay. All right. So can you guys see everything okay? Do we look better on the screen now that we have more people in here? Is it a better view? I mean, is it pixelated or are we okay? We looking better? We okay? I put something in the Wyatt Live Messenger group. If you guys don't mind, let me just ask you a quick question while we're here. And people are migrating, they're getting in here now. So let me ask this question while a few people are here, just in case they end up leaving before the show is over with. I'm thinking about doing a Saturday show this Saturday. Anybody interested in that? And if you're interested in watching a Saturday show, preferably in the morning, I'm not doing an afternoon type of thing. I do have some things that I have to get to the afternoon of Saturday afternoon. I do, but would anybody be interested on this Saturday? I think there's a void. I think there's nothing going on with talk show unless you have other podcasts that you watch, which I do, and we all do have other podcasts. But would a live show on Saturday morning do pretty good? You guys want to try to do that? Yeah, Darnell says what time? That's what I'm proposing. Like I'm willing to do a show on Saturday, but what time can you guys put some time frame in the chat here? And the reason why I'm asking you guys, because I'm trying to get an idea what type of time. I know what time frame I will do. All right. But I also know what time frame I won't do. All right. So I'm trying to get an idea, a little gauge of what would work out for us. You feel me? What would work out? Like what time frame. And then some people might be, now Saturday's bad for me. Now I'm cool. I do my talk show stuff on the weekend, on the weekdays. The weekend is for me to relax my mind and let it all be free. I use this podcast thing to relieve my tensions and to get away from my job and all of that. I don't need to talk about or hear anything on the weekends. I'm cool on that. I could see somebody saying that. Sierra says the return of King and I this Saturday. Emmanuel Livingston will. Hold on. She said Emmanuel Livingston will 11 a.m. work for you. You have to call E-Man. I'm game for it. But y'all have to reach out to him. Maybe I can reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm with it. Jenny says, as long as I receive notification, I'll be working overtime from home. 10 a.m. would be great. Boy, that sounds like a good time. I'm starting to hear a lot about 10. Darnell says, I'm up about 7 drinking my coffee. You better be glad you put that coffee at the very end because it's at the bottom of the screen. At first, I thought it said, I'm up at about 7 drinking. That's just how it read on my screen, Darnell. But 7 ain't gonna do it. I'm seeing 10 o'clock a lot. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. John Ludd said 10. Twin says I'm like Tommy, I don't have a job. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest and tell you guys I was thinking like 9 or 10. I was thinking that type of time frame. To be honest with you, 10 might be too late because if I go a couple hours, that'll put me at noon. I ain't really trying to be on. I have something to do early afternoon, and I know I have to get prepared, be prepared for it mentally. It's not work. It is work, but it's not office work. Shit. Ross says, yeah, why I do a 10 to 1 like Lincoln Ware? I can't do a 10 to 1. I can't do a 10 to 1. Justin Sharp, what's up, brother? I'm sorry about those Bears. I can have a reasonable conversation with a real Bear fan. All right. That's Justin Sharp. He's a Bengal Bear, a Bear Bengal or whatever. He's a Chicago Bengal. Let's just say that. That means no more going in on Fridays and having the weekend to lick your wounds. That's just this one weekend. I'm willing to give it a shot. That I ain't talking about permanently. I was just saying, just to give it a shot, see what's up. From my understanding, y'all gonna be snowed in and all that old shit anyway. You know what I mean? Where y'all gonna go on Saturday? I mean, I've been watching the Weather Channel. Shit, you can't live in Dallas. I should have a show and connect it to Dallas. Dallas don't even get snow, but they about to get hit this week. Dallas? Shit, Texas, it don't really snow in Texas like that. Texas, they already talking about Texas about to have electric lines down and all type of shit. And I'm like, wow, they already counting on. So if I live there, I'm going to Home Depot like today and getting a generator or going to rent one. They probably don't have them right now. Let me tell you one of the things that happened to me, and then I'm gonna go to the phone lines. I have a person holding. Let me tell you one thing that happened to me. Everybody know I used to live in New Orleans. New Orleans is tropical. Donnie, what's up, bro? He said Texas get cold. Yeah, it get cold, but it don't get snow. They don't get a lot of snow. They've gotten snow, but they don't get snow. Like it's not a regular thing for them to get snow. Especially southern Texas. And they're talking about the state of Texas is about to get hit with this particular, with this particular storm that's coming. They said over half the country is about to get hit. And then I seen this little bitty ass spot at the bottom of Ohio, and it's Cincinnati. And Cincinnati is about to get hit with either snow and rain and ice or just snow. I'm not quite sure. They don't know. Here's the other thing. It doesn't really get cold or snow a lot in Tennessee or in Texas or in Nashville, excuse me. It doesn't really get that cold, and it really doesn't snow in Nashville. And they're about to get hit. You know what I mean? So it's good that they have the technology to be able to tell people that it's coming. It's almost like living in the Caribbeans or something like that, the Caribbeans, and they get hit with those hurricanes, and we're down here in Florida, and we be like, hey man, shit, next week we could see the hurricane coming. It's not like it catches us off guard. It's not an off guard, it's not like, okay, you wake up in the morning and here come a hurricane. You have days, in most cases, a week to be able to get prepared and be prepared for hurricanes. I love technology, man. It's almost like I shouldn't say that because I was thinking of something. Let me just say that. When I lived in New Orleans, bro, it snowed one time and it wasn't really snow. Like I'm from the Midwest. I know what snow is. It didn't snow. What it did is it was like hail. It rained and it was cold, and when it hit the ground, it turned slushy a little bit. I know that sounds like snow, but it wasn't really snow. You know what snow is if you live in the Midwest, okay? Louisiana, New Orleans got snow, a little bit of snow. The city shut down. They didn't have one truck that can plow snow. They didn't have any of that type of shit. We were out of school for damn near a week and it didn't take really long for the snow or whatever, the little sleet or stuff to melt because it didn't get real cold. But the city shut down for days. You hear me? They didn't know how to maneuver the little sleet or snow or whatever they had. They shut down. And it was kind of funny to me because I went outside and played in the shit because it was some kids from New Orleans that had never, we played football. Y'all know how it is, fellas, when the snow come, even in the Midwest, when it's snow, we go outside and play ball. You know, we play football. So I kind of had fun that year in New Orleans because I was accustomed to playing football in the snow, which a lot of the kids there, they didn't know what snow looked like. They just came outside like they was on another planet looking at the shit. And I'm putting it in my mouth, showing them all these little different things. No homo. I'm just saying, I'm tasting the snow and I'm doing a lot of things that we used to do in the Midwest, doing snow angels and all this old shit. And they don't know what the hell I'm doing. They think I'm crazy. They got on board though, but I had a good time. Let me go to the phone lines real fast, man, and see what we got going on the phones. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
This is Huddy Hud. What's up, cuz?
Huddy Hud, what's good with you, man? Long time no talk to. How you been?
I'm good, man. How about yourself, man?
I'm holding on, brother. What's on your mind, man? I ain't talked to you in a minute.
Man, I've been meaning to call in a couple weeks ago, but I got busy, man, taking care of some stuff back in Cincinnati, man. But I wanted to share my Christmas poem with you and the listeners, man, because I know some of your people can relate.
Christmas poem?
Yes. I know it's a little late, man, holidays and all that, but yeah. But
just
it's
a
legit.
little bit, but go ahead. I mean, you all right. Go ahead, a little bit.
It's called "'Tis the Night Before Christmas."
Hold on. Let me get prepared for this one, bro. Hold on. This some real shit, cuz? Are you about to make me laugh?
Some real shit. No, it's some real shit, bro.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's called "'Tis the Night Before Christmas" in my neighborhood.
Oh, shit.
All right?
Okay.
'Tis the night before Christmas, all through the pad. Ain't shit going on, cause everyone's sad. No lights, no toys, not even a damn tree. Just another sad-ass Christmas for niggas like me. Now in my neighborhood, chestnuts roasted on an open fire. Whoever wrote that song is a motherfucking liar. Cause in my neighborhood, the only fire that we see is down on the corner and it's surrounded by three. The corner you dig is at the end of the alley, surrounded by three drunks and a broad named Sally. They sipping on Rose and EMD 2020, passing the bottle round, but they waiting for Kenny. Now, in my neighborhood, ain't no carolers out singing. The only sound that we hear are the gunshots are ringing. 38 special, 44-2, to the pack of the little 22. Now, here come the cops. They out on patrol, but they fucking with niggas that's out on a stroll. Fucking with this and fucking with that. And they got them new tasers that lay your ass flat. But in my neighborhood, ain't no reindeer out flying. If a motherfucker saw one, you'd swear he was lying. Santa Claus, Kris Kringle, it's all a big joke. Some fat-ass white man sporting a red coat. That's it.
That's it?
That's it and that's all.
Okay, let me do my part.
The motherfucking saga continues.
All hell to those believing in the real gangster shit. Cause when it comes to the real niggas, it makes the shit that much harder to deal with.
Yeah! Above the laws in this motherfucker. Black mafia for life. Down with the real niggas for life. Yo, sweet talk. Tell them what the fuck we here for.
Well, alright, y'all. USC, Compton, Watts, the Woods, all across the motherfucking USC. They know I'm through the valley of real niggas. I should be no man on no motherfucking clan. Cause I've been to the mountaintop, y'all, and I done seen through the eyes of
a... We ain't had no lights, no toys, not even a tree. Niggas just sad in the motherfucker.
Why you bring that crazy ass energy over here, man? I'm glad you did it after Christmas.
That's not crazy energy, man. I've been meaning to call you a couple weeks ago, man.
But hold on. Let me say this to you, bro. Let me just say this to you. I'm glad you did it after Christmas. The week of Christmas, the last day that we had a show before Christmas, I'd have been upset. But the fact that you did it after Christmas, now I'm kind of understanding why it took you so long. Because, like, I'm okay. Look, I understood it. I get it. But, yeah, I can see how some people can relate to that.
Exactly.
Christmas is not all the same for everybody.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same for everybody, man. But yeah, I got it. And it rhymed too.
Crazy, cuz.
Nah, you crazy, bro. What made you this? Did you write that, bro? Or is
Yeah,
that
that's a Huddy Hud original.
that's an original?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, bro. I didn't know you had that talent, my friend. I've known you since I was born, but I never knew you had that type of talent. I didn't know you. Okay. So now we
I
gotta
got
talk.
I got other skills too, cuz that everybody ain't aware of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you should have been sharing them at the family Christmas things, bro. When we was getting together at, Granny's house and all. You should have been writing that shit down and
And
uh, you know,
yeah, but everybody can't handle the truth sometimes. The
no,
truth is the truth.
but everybody's truth is not everybody's truth. Let's be fair. That
That's right.
for some people, what you said was pinpoint. Everything was right on point. They woke up that Christmas morning and felt exactly like that poem. You feel me? But
Yes,
then there's
sir.
some people that woke up opening gifts and running to daddy or mama or whoever, granny, whoever it may be. They just live different life. That's what I love about um, I've learned that in life. That's what I love about life and that's why I probably don't get as angry Huddy Hood as I used to when people didn't see things my way. People might
Hmm.
think that if you don't see something my way or whatever, then I'm gonna be tripping. It's not really that. It's because I have the understanding that we have lived so many people have lived so many different lives and dealt with things totally different. Your circumstances in life, we've shared it on the show before. I can see how
Exactly.
I can see how you would wake up on a Christmas morning and feel that way. But there's some people in here, bro, that and I'm not suggesting that you don't have family love because we family, but
Right.
there's some people that wake up every day and they have so much love around them that they don't see all that type of disruption in life that some people see. You feel me? They don't see
Yes, I
that. They
do.
don't feel it. So if you have a different perspective of certain things, I'm
But see
okay.
that poem came from the hood side, you know, not the glory, not the big houses and the swimming pools and the big fancy Christmas trees. It's from
Well,
niggas down on the block, down in the hood, cuz you've been
yeah,
in the hood.
I know, but here go the thing though. Here go the thing. Um, Now people got a better understanding of how I was raised. Cause who raised me?
The hood.
Y'all did.
Yeah.
I mean,
And who raised us? The streets and the
yeah,
hood.
well, but I'm okay. But you know me, bro. I'm not trying to validate, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to validate the shit that was done in the past or say that I think I'm more of an advocate of, yeah, okay, I get it how people make those decisions because I've made some of those decisions, but we know right from wrong. So at a certain point, just like you, Hood, you ain't in the penitentiary, right? You ain't there. You
Nah.
changed your life because you knew at a certain point you doing wrong, bro. It's time to change. It's time to family up. It's time
Mhm.
to wife up. It's time to do some different shit so I won't keep doing the same things over and over again. You knew that. And now let me ask you a question that I like to ask every one of my brothers that I have love for. Them other ones, I don't care. You know that. But I'm just saying, if you ever got caught doing some hood and went to the penitentiary, whose fault was it, bro?
What nobody but mine.
Okay, thank you. I always like to ask my brothers that I love when we get caught up doing something. I love it when we finally get to a point in life where we can have self accountability. You know what I'm saying? The decisions that we make. You don't hear that often, and it take us to get to our age, Hud. Before that, you got so many mamas running around here co-signing they little boys' behavior and shit. And every time they little boy get in trouble, it's always somebody else's fault. And once we get older, like us, Hud, it's too late to start calling it the way it really is because we've already done the time. You feel me? And we can't get
Yes,
that.
I
We
do.
we can't get that time back. If we had that same attitude before the time kicked in, this would be a different world for those that make a bunch of excuses. You feel me?
Ain't no time to make no excuses no more, cuz I'll be 63 in about 9 days.
God
The
damn.
31st of
You say you'll
January.
be what?
I'll be 63 in
Woo!
about 9 days.
Woo! 60. What?
I
Damn,
know,
bro.
right?
But y'all know what? He probably only looked 40, 45.
Thank you.
I'm just being honest. That's how it is in our family. Like we got
Hmm.
really good genes, bro, from our great grannies and all that. Our genes run was I mean, we part of that generation of black don't crack. You feel me? Like our women in our family, bro.
Yes,
I've
sir.
never seen one that was broke. We didn't have a bunch of crackheads or no shit like that, bunch of dope fiends and shit in our family. We didn't really have that. Tell them, Honey Hood, the women in our family was hustlers. They was number runners. Bruh, how old was I when I used to gamble at the table with them?
About 9, maybe something about 9,
I
10,
was young
maybe.
as hell. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that they taught me I didn't learn shit the right way at the right age, but at least there's a cosign to let y'all know I've been gambling and hustling since a little boy. And it was
let me ask you this.
Okay.
You still get down on one knee, cuz, and shake them up?
I don't have to do that no more.
Just for fun though, man.
No, because man, you know they robbing niggas on the street. Now I go to the casino and I don't shoot dice, but I'll play some poker. You know that. You know, I'll play the poker game, but I don't shoot dice no more, man, because it's just, you know,
it's too dangerous.
I definitely ain't shooting no dice on the block. No, I don't give a damn. I wouldn't go to the suburbs and shoot dice. I don't trust
but
that
I get with a couple of my homeboys every now and then, man. And you know, we'll meet up over one of my homies' house, man. We might get down a little bit, man, for old times' sake.
That ain't the same. Now you know me and you used to hit hold up.
Cause I remember days we used to close the shop up and ride downtown looking for games. It was off the chain though, bro.
We would hit an alley, bro. This is my people. This is what I'm telling you. We would, bro. I don't know who houses we was going in. You know what I'm saying, bro? We could have got robbed, all types of shit, but we knew everybody know each other. But, bro, like we would leave.
Them was the days.
It was. I mean, you know, it was dumb fun. Dumb fun, meaning it was fun, but it was some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, this was before they had casinos in Cincinnati, and the only way that you can get your grind and your hustle on is you know, the block. So we would leave. You know, I've always had a shop or something, some type of hustle. You know that, Hood. I've always had some type of store or something.
A business going.
Yeah, I've always had a business going. But then when it was time to, hey, bro, it's slow in this motherfucker. Let's go do it.
Let's go. Shit,
it wasn't nothing like hitting a crap game. Let me say this to y'all, family. Y'all know we got some haters in here ain't gonna like what we talking about, but that's okay. It's 2026. Let me get some of this shit off my chest. We used to hit the crap game, win a little something, and bro, what was always better than anything? When you win in a crap game and you come out with a couple hundred, whatever, we would always go get us some wings. We would always, and the wings taste so much good when they free. They taste so much better when you win, when you paying with somebody else's money versus when you take an L and you got to buy some wings and shit. Like, they don't taste the same.
You probably don't even want them then.
Nah, you don't. But hey, man, I appreciate you always having my back when I was little, because y'all never let nobody step on me. But at the same time, you know, y'all didn't just say, hey, y'all ain't gonna touch him. Yeah, y'all would make me fight my own fight. So, man, listen, that played a huge part in my life. It played a huge part in my life to have people around me that made me stand up for myself. You feel me? That because if you stand up, this is what we got a problem with today. We got too many people standing up for the wrong shit. Now, I'm not suggesting that what I was doing was right. I'm talking about that self-defense that y'all installed in me, where it was like, bro, look, don't take no shit from this because if he hits you and you don't hit him back, you're gonna have a bigger problem on your hand later on from everybody. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all taught me that type of shit. And watching you and Drac fight, bro, that shit was epic. Like y'all, that was those things was crazy back in the day.
And that's another story, cuz that's another show right there.
It is, bro. I mean, I could like watching that and seeing some of those things, man. It led me in it made me understand some things. You feel me? Like I had to make some serious choices in life. And I appreciate y'all. You know, I appreciate y'all standing up and being there for me, man, as family, and making me understand, you know. We used to go to Lincoln Heights. Remember we used to go to Lincoln Heights, man, and stay with Uncle Sonny? Well, it was Granddaddy.
All the time. All the time. I was just talking to a friend of mine about that the other day, man, back over in the woods with the TP and, you know, the little shack that was back there. Yeah, I had fun back in the Heights, bro. I remember all them days.
Shout out to Zone 15, man. Shout out to Lincoln Heights.
Yes, sir.
I really wish Lincoln Heights was somewhere that us folks today could say, this is a vibrant, and I'm not taking anything away from them. I just think that Lincoln Heights is a blueprint of what we could have as a people and make it an economic. I mean, we can make it a boom You see what I mean? It could be such, I mean, it could be more than you can imagine, and it could be a Black Wall Street. It really could be a Black Wall Street. And it's primed and prepped and ready to go. It just needs the right investors and people like that. Cincinnati's never going to give you that. Cincinnati is driven by tax dollars of corporate. You have to set the tone for those. I'm sorry, cuz. What else you got, man? Anything else, man?
Nothing. Nah, man. I was just giving. Didn't want to be rude and cut you off, but I'm gonna get off the phone, man, and listen. Let somebody else get in. They might have something to say, man, or whatever, man. But I'm here, man. You know, I'll be checking in from time to time, man. Right, not always like I would like to, but you know, when I do, I fucks with you, cuz.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for being here and tuning in, and stick around a little bit, man. Let's see what we got going on. I found Twin. Do you ever hear Twin on the show here?
Yes, I do, bro.
Twin, was it Twin? No, it was CK that I found on the video yesterday. As soon as I get off the call with you, bro, I'm gonna play this video. I found CK. Yesterday he was in court. And I want to show everybody what he told me yesterday. Was it the day before yesterday? It was one day this week, fam. He was like, bro, I know you condone that snitching shit. Snitching is snitching. So I was like, oh, bro, you trying to do me crazy. But I found him in court yesterday, and I'm going to let everybody see CK in court yesterday as soon as we get off the phone.
All right. All right, cuz. I love you, man, and I'll holler back.
All right, brother. Love you too. Talk to you soon. Thanks for engaging with us today, Huddy Hood. It's my cousin Huddy Hood down in Louisville. He's from Cincinnati, but he moved to Louisville. Yeah, I found CK down at the courthouse yesterday. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I had to pull my cell phone out. I couldn't believe it was CK. And he gonna call. I hope he called in today so he can justify this shit. So he can tell everybody why he was in court. And what he was talking about. Does anybody other than me remember CK coming in here yesterday or the day before? And he was like, yeah, I know you like to snitch and you do the snitching, right, Wyatt? You can do the snitching, right? That's part of the game. It's part of the game to snitch. So I seen him in court yesterday. Here go the clip. Hey, pull up CK. Pull up CK at court yesterday. Check it out.
Mr. Brown. Yes, I was a member. But I was forced into this way of life. Hey, look, I've been dealing drugs ever since I was 12 years old. See, I didn't have the chances that you have, Miss Hawkins. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, Miss Hawkins. I mean, I wanted to get out, but they threatened to kill my mother.
Who are you talking about, Mr. Brown? What they?
They. Look at it. Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank.
I didn't have shit to do with that, CK. Why you put it on me?
Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB, the brains behind the whole thing. I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of order. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
I found him. I seen him, and then he tried to put that shit on me, talking about the clean brother from the bank. I was just sitting there. Come on, CK, stop that snitching shit, bruh. Oh, bruh. I had to do that one, CK. I had to do that. That shit you pulled on me the other day didn't sit too well in my stomach. I think you stole the thunder from the man that called me about Cat stealing that truck. Or I don't know if she stole the truck, but she accused a Wyatt Live listener of stealing a truck. Talking about, Wyatt, I know you know where she is. Tell me where she is right now. Fuck you talking about? I don't even know no Cat. I'll holler at you. I'll holler at y'all. You know what I mean? All right, so yeah, I don't know. Oh, another new thing. Another new thing. Let me see. Let me pull this video up. Is it me? This got to be Cap. The new Cap. The shit that these young kids call Cap. And I put one comment out about this, what I'm about to tell you, and I already done got a little bit of blowback from probably a family. I know they're a family member, a Wyatt Live family member, because I made a comment about this shit. But please, somebody tell me that this shit is not true. Just tell me that I'm lunching, that somebody just tripping, and I believe the shit, and it's just some they just playing. Please tell me that. Let me just pull it up. Please tell me that this shit right here is fake. Okay, please tell me that this is fake. All right, please tell me that this is fake. Check it out.
New couple alert, comedian Lunel and Al B. Shore. The world's only Al who don't look nothing like no goddamn Al. Nigga, you look like a Pierre or some shit. You look like the long lost uncle of Juicy Smouye. Lunel, huh? Well, you done went and got you one. I've seen posts about this, and what I want to know is, why do y'all feel like Al deserves a humanitarian award for dating this woman? He with her because he desires her. This relationship just goes to show you that the big mama gown works. She even wear hers in public. You never see Lunel out in no damn yoga pants and blouse. This woman got 100 different variations of the same damn dress. The same house coat that's been turning papa on for ages. That's why big mama's had all them kids. I'm just glad they're too old to have kids. The DNA Scrabble board would look a mess. If you take these G's and throw a unibrow into the hereditary mix, me joking again, I can't even help it, but big ups to them. Lunel, we happy for you. Al, keep fighting a good fight.
Bye.
That shit got to be cap. That's got to be cap. I don't even know what to say about that shit. Like, y'all probably thinking, why can't she pull her one like that? Or why can't you? That's got to be cap. But then I start thinking about it, and I said, you know, that he was in the hospital. They probably been knowing each other for a long time. And maybe it is a different kind of love. Because when you get older, Al a little older than I am. I'm trying to think. It'd have been different if it was like Queen Latifah or some motherfucking body, and I was thinking like, damn, set it off. You know what I'm saying? Because Queen Latifah is a nice looking woman. Y'all know that. But she does have this, you know, Queen Latifah look like she a body slam a motherfucker, for real. But I do like Dana. I do think that Queen Latifah is a nice looking woman. I can see that type of transition happening, you know, that I could see something like, but Lunel, boy, it ain't that much great cooking in the motherfucking world. I'm just saying. Now, she probably gonna be mad at people who hating. And all y'all fake ass mugs that's trying to love this shit. Cool. I don't care. I'm just looking at the fact, you know, it ain't Patti LaBelle. She as old as them. She's older like Patti LaBelle. And, you know, if it was Patti, I'd be like, damn, Al got him one. But this Lunel, this is Granny. This is the auntie that was in everybody's family that wore the house coats everywhere. Like, ow, this don't even look like. House coats are not sexy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't, you know, I'm thinking it's cap. I'm thinking this must be some type of publicity stunt because it's got people talking. It's got memes going. It's got a lot of shit that people going on shows. She's talking. Oh man, Patti can get it though, Mama Birch. Like Patti is fun. Patti LaBelle, bro. Patti LaBelle. If it was Patti LaBelle, I'd be like, okay, you know, I kind of get it. She old enough to be his granny and shit like that. I get it. I get it. if it was you know, one of the older ones, what's the one little white lady name? She about 82, 83 also. What's her name? Polly, Dolly Parton or some shit. Like, I get it. But Linnell, I don't understand. And I know a lot of y'all probably think, see, I see Linnell on these pictures. I like her comedy, kinda. But I seen her on a TikTok or something without makeup on, and I swear on everything, she looked like somebody auntie who like women. Gladys Knight can get it. Oh man. What's that? Denise Davis says Linnell is a Fenty model. I know, I seen that. I had to do my research. I still ain't seen shit to make me believe it though, Denise. She says he woke up and she was there. She was a friend and they fell in love. I ain't buying that shit. I ain't buying that shit. But then I watched this. Hold on, let me see if I can find the video. And I said, okay, I can see how a weak motherfucker might fall for this. All right. I'm sure if the door would have been open, it would have been a whole lot of women hanging over his damn hospital bed. But they happen to be buddies and friends already, from my understanding. So yeah, I mean, she probably did have her ass in there. Al. Al. Wake up, Al. We gonna make this shit happen, Al. Okay, who hit the lick? Al or her? Who hit the lick? Now, be honest with yourself. If you look at it, who hit the lick? And I watched this video right here, and then this is what made me think about it. I'm like, I don't know if this video would convince me that this is still work. This is Linnell on a show, and she's talking about, you know, how she do with her man. Check it out.
I know that you have an open door policy for Thanksgiving. So do a whole bunch of friends show up?
Well, not a whole bunch of friends, but a lot of friends that can't get home to their families and stuff like that. I do allow them to come to eat, but I do have a celebrity friend who can't not come to my house no more.
Really?
I'm not gonna name his name.
Okay.
But
does he know who? He or she?
Where's my camera?
Was right here.
He came to my house. I had a backyard boogie during the corona, so we were outside. I had snacks and cocktails and a little bowl of edibles, you know. And I said to this friend, I said, go and help yourself to the edibles. He took the whole bowl of edibles.
Hold up. Pause. Y'all can't tell me she don't sound like somebody drunk ass auntie that just drunk half a case of Wiedemann at the cookout. You can't tell me she don't sound like that. I mean, she's probably a great one. You know, Cat Williams put her back on. That's Cat's girl. But I don't get this. I'm not getting it. Go ahead, Linnell. I'm proud of her. My thing is, damn, Al, you didn't hit that much. You didn't got that much. That look, I understand how guys want something different, and I understand how men fall in love with the internals of a woman. I get all of that. I've been telling y'all that looks are well overrated. I told y'all. Phil said that she's more relevant than Al B. Yeah, for the last probably decade. Al's back because of the thing with Diddy, and y'all Al B sure had a lot of situation going on with this Diddy thing. So he's been back for the last year, basically, because he was down for a couple years. But Linnell? But you can't tell me. I tell you one thing, Linnell got some paper. I know that for a damn show. Shit, it don't look like it. Jenny says, doesn't matter how she sounds, Wyatt. They are only 9 years apart. Yeah, well, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care what the age, I don't care about that one, Jenny, to be honest with you. They don't look 9 years apart.
So he cannot come back no more.
Are you banning people?
Yes, I have the option to ban you.
Oh my gosh. So he or she, so it's a he. So we just
It's a he.
no
You
hint.
know who he is. I'll tell you later.
Keep it in the theme of Thanksgiving. I know myself, you are an amazing cook. Like you make you make foods like it just you always send pictures of the food that you're making.
I do.
Like, do you have any tips for prepping the Thanksgiving turkey?
When prepping your Thanksgiving turkey, you have to become intimate with the turkey. You have to let the turkey know who's boss. You got to get that butter and rub it all over and go up and down.
Now I'm understanding now. Now I'm understanding it. Okay, it's making sense now. Continue.
And don't be afraid to go inside.
Whoa, ow. Now I'm getting different kind of vibes. She's explaining how she's doing things intimately. And most men don't want things inside. It's making sense to me now. Continue, Linnell. Continue.
You know what? I was getting a little tingly there on that one.
Yeah, I heard about you in Vivica's Tingles. Hey, Viv. Hey.
I'm not going to talk about it. I just wanted to bring it to the attention of everyone just to see if it was me, if I was tripping, or is that real? Is it real or is it cap? Are they just publicity stunting? Are they just trying to shake up the little funny ass New Jack world? Is that what that is? Or is that a real love? Is that a real love? Is that a real love? Hey, I'm not mad at either one of them if it is. I'm not mad. I can tell you one thing. Rod says, Riot, these old ladies are the new freaks. Here's what I tell you. I think Al B. Sure has had enough in his life. I think he's had his fair share. Let's just say that. When I say enough, I don't know if enough is, I don't know what anybody's enough is. But I will say this. I would have to say that I'm sure Al B. Sure has had enough experiences with different women that at this age, he probably knows what he wants. He knows what he likes. I couldn't imagine. Nah, I'll keep that one to myself. Maybe I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Damn, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Tanika said, chill. Al is still fine. I think since he's bounced back, he's back to being, I don't know if he's ever gonna be able to walk straight and do the things, that he used to do. He suffered a crazy stroke, and he's claiming that, Diddy and them had something to do with him, because if you look at that story, it is a little suspicious. Not just Al B. Shores, but everybody that was in what was it? What is it? What town was it? Not Motown, but what was the name of that record label that they had? Gene Griffin and them had it. Not Gene Griffin, but Diddy and them. Diddy used to work there, and it was Al B. Sure. It was Mary J. Blige. It was a lot of Uptown, Heavy D and the Boys. It was a lot of people that were coming up under that record label. Gene Simmons, I don't think he started it, but I think he was an executive there. Uptown. Thank you, Denise. I knew my sister would be on it. Yeah, Uptown Records was different. Look at how many people, all that damn hip hop. I mean, you still got dope fiend ass MC Shane on the streets. He ain't died yet. He been out smoking dope and all that old shit, and he's still living. But all these people out of H-Town, out of Uptown died. That's a little suspicious. I mean, all the way back from Heavy D to, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, the baby of his mom, who has a child with Al B. Sure, and Al B. Sure and her were, talking about putting this shit out about what's going on. And I always thought something a little suspicious when you see guys like Diddy in a position of power like that. I know he's a gatekeeper. I know he's a gatekeeper. But he's not the only one. See, he just happened to fall in the wrong era of gatekeeping. He fell in the wrong era. And what I mean by that is he's in the digital world. Diddy's in the digital world. There's too much evidence, too much proof, too many things to pretty much bring the truth to surface. But back in the day, it was hard to do that to I don't know if I really want to say the name, man, but Quincy Jones and them guys, man, you know they was wild. Quincy Jones and them guys, you know they did some people crazy, bro. In order to be in that type of position, having people's careers and dangling them in front of everybody or being part of how a person could be successful, having the budgets that they had of Hollywood, they were some motherfuckers. And as much as I want to believe that Bill Cosby was probably set up and it wasn't true about Bill Cosby, I have my own conclusion of what the Bill Cosby thing was. I believe, and I've said this before, I know what the case was and all that. I believe Bill Cosby had this clean reputation and community driven and community oriented, and and he had this family oriented type of persona and all that old stuff. I believe there you go, Ronald Dixon. Yeah, Andre Harrell is he was the CEO, I believe, or he was the director, the big guy at Uptown, and even he died. But I believe that Bill Cosby was involved in some things. Okay, but what I think, since he had this clean cut reputation, I believe that Bill Cosby got somewhat set up. I think that what they did with him is they knew that he used drugs. And Bill Cosby was not the one that would ever admit to doing drugs. You see what I'm saying? So I think what he was doing drugs with girls. That's when he admitted, yeah, I had this drug. She had that drug, but he would never admit that he had the drug. And I know some people are like, but this is the date rape drug. This is no, people used to pop them mollies just like they do today. They call them mollies and all that old shit and have these wild sex parties and this and this and this and that. I just find it suspicious when the person that's suing, when you have 23 or whatever the number of ladies sue, and they all have the same attorney, and it's a Hollywood attorney who sues celebrities. That's a little suspicious to me. If somebody did something to me, I don't want to be part of a class action lawsuit, damn it. I'm going after mine by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need, if I'm going to use this as an example, and I don't know if this is appropriate, but we are all grown here. But if I grew up in an elementary, okay, let me just say this to you. I grew up in the Fay Apartments, and at the Fay Apartments, at the top of the Fay, there used to be a little white church there. I don't know if it's still there. It still may be there, right? Remember the little white church at the top of the Fay? Anybody? That little church right there, I went to a few times because it was the Boy Scouts. They used to have the Boy Scouts there. And I used to want to be a Boy Scout because I was cool with the little uniforms and shit. And I used to see the little white boys coming out of the little white church, and I'd be like, man, what's going on up there? So I knocked on the door one day. They was having the meeting or whatever, and the dude, there was a white man, an older white man that was conducting the meeting. He had the uniform on and everything too. And I'm like, damn, because I'm young enough at this point. I'm thinking Army, like they got some type of lieutenant, salute, sir. I'm thinking they some shit like that, right? And I just wanted to be like, how can I be down? I want to see what this is about. And the guy told me, he said, well, you come back next Tuesday and we'll get you signed up and you can come in and listen to a few meetings and we'll give you what you need to take home to your mom and get permission and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, I'll be back Tuesday. I went back home, told my mother, Mom, the church up there, I'm Boy Scouts. I want to sign up. I want to do this. I want to do that. And she was like, okay, well, go back up there like they told you. Tuesday come, or whatever day it was. Tuesday come, I go back up there, right? I'm welcome with open arms. Little white boys sitting there, everybody in proper uniforms, and he give me this book, this big book. It's a thick ass honor book. You know what I'm saying? Honorary. This is the Boy Scout code and this and this and that. And I'm like, well, where my motherfucking uniform at? And that's how I was. I'm thinking, where the uniforms at? You know, and you had to order the uniform and, you know, all that old shit. And you had to pay a fee. And I knew I was dead in the water on shit like that. But I was like, we'll figure it out. My mama always figured it out. They give me the book. We get to talking and I'm listening. They get to talking. Boy Scout code 652 6605. I think they do some shit like this. 55 dash out now. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool, man. This is pretty cool. And then after the meeting, the scout leader, I guess that's what they're called, pulled me off to the side and started talking to me, put his hand on my shoulder and was like, yeah, you'll probably do real good here. First thing come to mind, man, I'm from 1335 John Street, and I only just moved to 2252 Williamsburg out here, bro. We about to have some problems up in this joint. I already knew when he touched me. Just the shoulder touch and the way that look in his eye was like, it's about to be a problem. I already knew it was about to be a problem. Some shit didn't read well. It didn't read right to me. And I went back home. I had the book. It came in a little plastic bag, and I took it home to my mother and was like, she was like, what you gonna do, Rand? You feeling it? Or whatever she used to say back in the day. And I was like, nah, ma, I just brought this shit home. I probably said it just like that to her. I just brought that shit home, ma. I ain't going back up there. That shit didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. She was like, what you mean? You don't like Boy Scouts? Now she's selling me on it. Now Boy Scouts will be good for you. It's better than hanging out with Chili and all them dudes. They ain't doing shit in life. They not doing nothing. They just gonna be in jail. They gonna be dead or gone and in jail. Why don't you get part of something that's in besides? My mother get the popping off at the motherfucking mouth. And I'm like, Mom, that motherfucker put his hands on me. And y'all gotta understand, my mother's only 15 years older than me. So when I said, Mom, he put his hands on me, she beat me to the door trying to get back up to the church. And I was like, nah, Ma, not like that. Nah. I had to stop her right outside the door. And I said, Ma, he touched my shoulder. Now, for some of y'all men that have been raised by men, maybe you had a conversation a different way than I had a conversation with my mother, but my mother was almost like, she was more like a friend than a mother for me. So our conversations was a little bit different. Keep in mind, if I'm 10, she's 25. Feel me? A 25-year-old with a 10-year-old. So mom is like, I'm about to go up here and hook slide dude. I'm like, nah, no need to do that. I just ain't never going back. I explained what I meant when I said he put his hands on me. And then I had to explain to her, remember when you told me if a man ever asked me or ever look at me a certain way, she taught me the vibe. Because where we from, there was a bunch of them little one kind of guys out there, man, that would try to take advantage of you because we used to walk home from school. We would walk everywhere from down the way. You know, we just was kids and we would walk everywhere, do what we do. We lived in a community, bro. And it was some weirdos there, just like it is now. Some weirdos. So mama always taught me like, hey, look, I got a little boy out here I'm raising a little boy. So my mother taught me things that a woman probably didn't have no business telling me. It really should have been a man telling me these things. So my mother didn't know any other way. So she probably told it to me a way that just put me on the edge. Like if a motherfucker step like this, let's just say this. My mother probably taught me how to handle it the right way, where a father would have taught me how to do it the wrong way, how to handle that the wrong way. That's the one thing I will say a woman has advantage of raising a little boy, is that certain things in life, y'all will give us that come tell me. Come tell me. Fathers tend to teach sons how to handle shit on their own. You feel me? I mean, that's just what I understand from man to female, you know, male, female type of things. Men teach children how to be a lot more independent. Real men teach children how to be more independent. Women teach men how to be more dependent. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to, because I know some of y'all ladies in here got sons. And y'all think y'all did all this old shit, thinking you done made him all this and this and that. No, your son. That's why a lot of y'all can't date certain dudes, because you say, oh, he a mama's boy, all that old shit. She taught him how to be. How many men raised mama boys? That shit don't even add up, right? The math ain't mathing. Men don't raise mama boys. So my mother somewhat raised me as a friendly ass mama boy. I was her friend, and I was a mama's boy at the same time. You feel me? She taught me how to handle shit like exit, breathe, come tell me. And I used to do that shit all the time. Like if I ran into a situation, I would tell my mother, like, this, you know, such and such happened, and you know how I deal with this. And her approach, if I'm thinking about it now, bringing it back, her approach to me was always a female kind of way of dealing with it. And what I mean by that is this. Here's the difference, and y'all may not agree with this, but I'm just giving you my assessment of how the differences are. A female's way of handling things is involving other people. Y'all always want some other people involved. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all always, like, for instance, when a man and a woman have a problem in a marriage, the first motherfucking that want to get a divorce and run to the lawyers and want to go to child support and go get the man involved, it's always the motherfucking woman. The man don't want people in their business. They want to handle shit by themselves. Let's work this shit out, Louise. The woman always got to have co-signers, and y'all always got to have motherfuckers involved in y'all business. And that's how y'all raise y'all sons. That's how I was raised. It took me a long time to understand where this is wrong. I don't need nobody all in my business. We can work this shit out. You know, motherfucking lawyers and all that old shit, and they taking us up top. Like, we can go get the paperwork to get a divorce at motherfucking Staples. They got the damn divorce degree. They got all that shit. You write that shit down, take it down to the courthouse. We done. You know what I'm saying? We don't need Damon law firm to separate us. We don't need all that shit. We don't need a $15,000 legal fee bill. And now it's only, I divorced you, but you the reason why I'm divorced. So I ain't even gonna split it. You get so you want me to pay the $15,000 for us to get divorced plus lose all my shit. And yeah, okay. Just like a woman. Y'all ladies gonna be mad at me today. I'm treating today like it's a Friday. But it's the truth. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanika. Dang. She said her daughter. She said, Wyatt, I thought you were working on your language. I got my daughter in the car. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. My apologies. Other than the language, everything's been on point, shorty. Other than me saying those bad, filthy words that I've been working on, what I'm saying is true. Excuse my language. And I mean that sincerely. Excuse me. But yeah, ladies, I just learned the difference between the independency. Happy birthday to Jerica Vaughn. Happy birthday to you. I seen a lot of happy birthdays, and I didn't know what these balloons and shit were on the screen. You know, my screen moved fast. Happy birthday to everybody. Give Jerica Vaughn a happy birthday salute. But I don't know. See, here's the thing. I don't think that what I'm saying to you is wrong. I'm just speaking from an experience, and I don't mean it with malice. I don't think women do it on purpose. I just think that y'all always need an audience, or you need some type of validation. Y'all need validation of your actions sometimes, where men don't quite need that shit. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, a guy could go on a road trip by himself. Ladies want to go on a girl's trip. I'm gonna tell you right now, if a man on a man's trip, nah, that motherfucker got bitch with him. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanika. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way either. It's just different. I could go somewhere by myself. I'm telling y'all. I ain't hanging out with a bunch of dudes. We ain't going to Colorado. We ain't going to, like, I could go to the game with the fellas, but I ain't even spending the time with the fellas. Like, I got to have my own room. We ain't bunking up. We ain't sharing no hotel and all that old shit. We went to Pittsburgh, me and my nephews and all that, man. Everybody, oh yeah, we gonna kick it, bro. We get the room, we get a suite. No, y'all down the hall. I need my time. We cool. I mean, it was a long ass drive with y'all. That's enough time with a bunch of dudes. But I'm gonna say this, and I mean this sincerely, okay? So you guys will understand me. If I could go back in time and have, let's not say my real father, let's just say a daddy in my life. I don't even, anybody other than my real father, I probably wouldn't substitute that for how my mother raised me. My mother did an unbelievable job to have a son 14 years, 15 years younger than her. My mother, I got to give her a lot of credit because she could have been a victim. She could have made me a victim. My mother did an amazing job. You know what my mother really came up, what she realized? My mother did a lot of shit that y'all don't know nothing about. And I'm not ready to share any of that because this is not the platform. This is not the space to do this right now. But my mother recently passed not recently, I mean, couple years ago. And I had discovered some things that happened in her life that really affected my life. And I discovered it at 40 years old. And knowing those things late in life explains a lot of the things of my earlier childhood and a lot of things that now I couldn't even fathom the pressures that my mother must have had, knowing what she knew that she kept me from. I think where we go wrong as people, I don't care what color you are, I'm talking about as people, is we have so much. Here's what a lot of people don't understand, and I'm just trying to be really intimate in this conversation because I really mean it. I think where we go wrong is we have secrets that are not necessary. And you can do more damage to a kid who grows up into a man if that man finds those secrets out. You're doing more damage to that person and makes the situation even worse. And these are the same type of secrets that keep us from being the best that we can be later on in life. We don't share a lot of family information within the family. There's a lot of family secrets. A lot of people have a lot of family secrets. And it's damaging. It explains why Uncle Fred rocked with the kids. It would explain a whole lot of things about why your mother might not be with your father. A lot of things make more sense when you actually know the truth, or you know that something actually did happen. It's not right. Oh, I wish I could tell y'all with this one. I ain't mentally there to tell y'all this one, but I really wish I could. I'm not saying and I'm not suggesting that you tell your children everything, because I could never tell my children everything. Look, I could tell my children everything that their mom and I went through, and all that old shit. I can't bear any of those secrets. I mean, I wouldn't hold any. If they ever asked me about anything, I probably would be like, yes, this is what happened, and here's where we are, and this is what this, and blah blah blah. I can let them have it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of having morals and principles as a man. I've never done it. I've never beat their mom. Your mom has no reason to be scared of me, or, none of that. But if I did it, I would have to live up to it, and I have to admit it, regardless of how my little daughters would feel about me from what I did in the past. They would have to know that side of me. I would never hide it from them. Here's what we have to do. My suggestion. I think we live in I honestly believe we live in a 90% fake ass world, and only 10% of us are truth. Somebody in the world. I learned this just by knowing that I've met some heroes of mine. I've met some people that were famous, rich and famous. Not as rich as I thought they would have been. Not really rich. Rich and famous. Oh, I got to meet this person. Some of the worst people you can meet are your heroes, because you find out they ain't shit. They're not rich, and they're not good people. And that's part of that 90-10 thing. They're people, they're real, and they are involved in the things that you really, really, really like. That's the only truth about that person. 90% of that motherfucker is about, excuse my language, 90% of that individual is fake as a $3 bill. They're not truthful. They live a facade. I just used to call them rent-a-center. Rent-a-center people. And until we start understanding the truth about a lot of stuff, we'll constantly live in that world of 90% of facade. I guess for some people, a lie is more comfortable. It's easier to live through. It makes people feel better. The truth can definitely be uncomfortable. But I think my comfort level is in the truth, so I can either avoid that shit and stay away from it. I don't need a comfortable lie. I don't need a comfortable lie to make me feel good. I think if we start living in that, if we flipped it, that would be a great start. Let's be 90% truth and 10% lie. And then we'll chisel down that 10%. And the reason why I say that is because the more truth that we live in, the more truth we pass on to our children. The more truth we pass on to our children, the more truth they'll be able to tell to their kids. If we constantly tell this 90% lie to ourselves, teach 90% of lies to our children, they're just going to keep spending that 90% generation after generation after generation. It's a check that never stops spending. We live in a world now where the lies have circulated so heavy and have so much meaning, guys, that it's almost you will get kicked out of the black race. You will be told you are something crazy. If somebody say something bad about Martin Luther King, if someone say something bad about Malcolm X, if someone says something bad about Santa Claus, if somebody say something bad, y'all get my picture. You get my drift. Sometimes you've been lied to for so many generations that it becomes the truth, that now you outcast people who may actually know the truth about something. Let me go to the phone lines before I get out of here. I'm getting close to the stopping point. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Mr. Wyatt, this is CK out of Cincinnati, Avondale.
I thought you was locked up. I seen you in court yesterday.
Sir, I beat those charges like Rocky Balboa
Cause you
in
snitched.
part 4.
Cause you snitched. You told. I was sitting there.
Hey, I told you, hey, that was some good advice I gave you. And I didn't like that. Yes, back to that. Yes, I'm a criminal. So you're not, sir. So don't try to stick your nose into criminal behavior. I'm telling criminals how to be criminals. If you're gonna dedicate your life to committing crimes, you have no moral fiber. So you tell on anybody to get out of jail so you can commit crimes. So you could commit homicides, robberies, drug dealing. If you snitch, you still could find your way back home. Look at Alpo.
Okay.
See, he came back home.
Okay. I'm not
25 years later. It was less than 20, he did 23 years. So if you're going to be killing people, you don't want to be in a box for the rest of your life. You want to get out to kill more people. Your thoughts?
I don't have no thoughts on that.
Thank you. See, that's my point. That's what's wrong with the world. You tried to give advice on an element you're no part of. But I ain't telling criminals how to crime. You're telling criminals to be a civilian, to be a law-abiding citizen. That makes no sense. Why would a criminal be a law-abiding citizen? If he had integrity, then he'd be like, you know what? I wouldn't rob this bank.
Yeah.
Little common sense. But if you don't have integrity, you gonna tell. So I don't understand why people be frowning up like he a snitch. Yeah, as he should be. If he's a criminal, if I'm gonna murder, I might as well murder everybody in the house. Why am I sparing anybody? I'm still gonna get a life sentence, sir. Do you understand?
I hear you. Yes.
And when you talk about the kids and talking about everything to them, we talk about our moms, but we never talk about when we walked in and seen mama getting smashed. We never talk about that because it's touchy. But does that make me think less of my mom? Because I see her. I just say, hey, Pop still got it. She's a woman. So I think we use this trauma like that to do dumb shit. So if I rob a bank, then I say, oh, when I was 8, I walked in and see my dad having sex with my mom. So I had to rob the bank today. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The world is full of bullshit. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but if you're going to be a criminal, be a full crime.
Yeah, I agree. I hear a lot of bullshit. I mean, the world is full of bullshit. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I just want to be dead on with this situation where if you're going to be into it, that's why crime doesn't pay, because it's more money in the legal way. And you've been preaching that since before, you know. Yeah. So I'm thinking that we shouldn't promote this crime like, oh yeah, don't snitch. No, snitch. Because if you're a crime, you need to be snitched on. If you're a crime, what is it called? A criminal? A criminal? If you're a criminal, you need to be told on and be incarcerated because you are what they call a menace to society, Mr. Wyatt.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, just make sure when you talk to these youths, you tell them, ain't no free ride. You go in that jail, you're going to have to get your push-ups on, you're going to have to get your knife game on, because it's going to get real severe, and it does go down. So you want to stay out of that concrete jungle. You see what I'm saying? It's hard enough on the streets. Imagine being locked up with all men, no women, except the correction officer.
Yeah, that must be horrible. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine living in that would slow me down. But for some odd reason, CK, let me just say, I don't think the jail is a big enough deterrent for people. So there must be something wrong with the penitentiary system. If people keep they go to jail and then they come out and they go to jail again and then they,
It is enough. You said you just told me I'm not interested. You said I don't want to smell that funk. I don't want to smell these men. You want to be around women. So it is a deterrent. Unless you like being around men, you be a criminal, be a drug dealer, be a bank robber. Here you can be around all the men you want, all type of men, all type of personalities. Yeah. But if you like being around women, go to school, go to college, and fucking get your degree. Go to medical school, go to law school. It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah, but
so
I don't think that's
go ahead.
I'm sorry, CK. I don't think that's a fair analogy. I don't think that's a fair breakdown that men who go to penitentiary only go to penitentiary because they don't they want to be around men. I don't think that's
that's definitely that's why it's called gang banging, sir. They get that from the porn site, sir. It's not a manly thing. They join that as kids. It's very treacherous and filthy. So no,
talking
it's
about?
not about
Bro,
it's not about honor.
You said that's why it's called gang banging.
Yes, they get it from the porn sites, sir. X videos, Pornhub. They watch those and they name their gang after that blood because a woman bleeds once a month. They Crips because a guy might, he's crippled. They're very childlike the way they come up with things. So we must be honored with these criminals. They keep going back. I can see if you make a mistake and then you never go back. Yeah, you learn. But if you keep going back, you have a boyfriend in there, sir.
I don't know if that's true.
What the hell? You got this beautiful woman. You got a wife. Just imagine you keep leaving your wife everything gone for 5 years. You don't know what's going on. She know where you at, and you keep going. They gonna be like, man, he don't love his wife for real.
Well, you might have a point there, but I don't know if it's fair to say that he don't love his wife because he want to get back to the penitentiary and get with Ray and them. I don't think that's fair. I think what happens is guys who end up in penitentiary, sometimes they get even more indulged in the penitentiary because they become a little bit more educated on crime and get more connections. But those connections, to be honest with you, are already warped. They're already warped. They're warped already. They're connecting with people who are already hot. You feel me? And I mean, it's just
And all I'm telling you, the educating in crime is minus. So it's like unlearning. When you learn crime, it's like unlearn. So you're making yourself dumber because technology is key. You get on 4K, we have you located. Now you can't talk your way out of that image. You know what I mean? Like I said, bank robbery is the thing of the past. Like you said, it's over. So if you want to go to jail, rob a bank.
That's not
but
true.
I don't think you're going to be too successful. I think you're going to have a 90% closure rate on bank robberies now with technology.
I don't think that's true, CK. I think people are still robbing banks. They running down the street with $200-300 in their pocket from robbing a bank. No, seriously. They running around with dye bags and shit, the dye busting in the back. Bro, bank robberies are still happening.
But I'm telling you, the success rate is lowered to only 10% now because of technology. It was 50-50 back in the day when we was coming up. Remember, we was robbing bank, getting away with it, getting caught either way. But now you're getting caught every time. You ain't gonna rob no bank.
I don't remember that.
You're gonna rob one and they're gonna put a dye packet or they're gonna put a tracking device in it. It ain't no way to track the tracking device. You gotta take too much time.
Yeah.
It takes too much time and you're gonna have to go through all the bills to see the tracking device, huh?
Yeah. Okay, CK, what else
Hold
you
it
got?
down, brother. I'm gonna just listen to you, man.
You got anything to say about what we was talking about today?
Man, I was talking about the mom. You said you were scared to talk to your mama. Said your mama she was talking to you wrong and shit.
See, then he don't be listening. He said I didn't like talking to my mama.
No, you said your mama didn't. The way she was coming at you, you was like, man, you couldn't handle the way she was too raw with how she was describing stuff, giving you game.
Bro, you wasn't even listening. We'll holler at you. We'll holler, bro. All right, man.
That's what you said, man. I'm playing back.
All right, bro. We'll talk. We'll holler at you, man. Come back one other day when we on pace. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Thanks for engaging with us. The fuck? He come in talking about bank robberies and guys like to go to jail. I know that. I didn't heard that before, bro. But it ain't guys don't like, bruh. There's some that go to jail and they feel free. Okay, they can go be who they want to be and do all the things they want to do in life that they can't do on the streets. But the streets end up finding out they don't do shit, and ain't no secrets in the penitentiary, bro. There ain't no secrets of how men act in the penitentiary. That shit get to the streets. Everybody know who doing what. But that all being said, man, that ain't where I'm at with it. I don't even know how I got onto that shit. Let me go to another phone call before I get out of here. I'm running out of time. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, Wyatt?
Twin, what's good, bro? How you doing?
After that phone call, what he talking about? Come on, CK with that mess, man. That's foolishness, man.
So I'm assuming since you said that you're gonna make things better.
And they making excitement for you to come to jail, man. I sent you the video of my cousin.
You say they making it exciting?
Yeah, they making it exciting. They giving you an invitation and stuff, making the inmates making it more exciting, man.
Yeah.
And they going live with the phone, and I was shocked, man. Barbecuing and all that, like they on the block, man. I'm like, damn, cuz, got hooch, all that. I sent you the video and everything with my cousin doing it, even the wildlife group, I believe. I said they wasn't getting down like that with us, and he talking about shanking. Ain't nobody shanking nobody. CEOs took the joint, man. Come on. That's back in the early 90s, late 80s. Come on, CK. Nobody doing no shanking, man. Come on, then
This
if you're on a homosexual,
fault,
right, they go send a kite to your family. They go send a.
This is my fault. This is my fault. This is my fault. Because earlier today I played a clip, Twin, and I was just playing around because CK said some shit about snitching, and now once I get my
I thought that was him for real. I started laughing.
No. What happens
is
once
appointment for my son.
Fam, all y'all, I apologize. Because when I start talking that block shit, here come the block boys talking all that old crazy shit. So continue, Twin. Go ahead, man.
I was just
my fault, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, but what you call I don't see no wrong with I'll be sure messing with her shorty. What's her name? Laverne, whatever her name. Linnell.
Yeah.
I mean,
You think that's real?
Because you look at what's that white lady name? Cheryl. You know that white lady, one that sing you believe in love after love. The little 80-year-old lady. Sure. Okay, her.
Cheryl.
She go with the 35 years old or something like that?
I don't
36?
know, but she fine. I mean, okay, if Al B. Sure was with Cher, I'd be like, okay. Or if he was with Shaka Khan, I heard somebody say something.
You fine or not? It's just your appearance. It's just what's in your heart. Nobody care about fine and all that.
Yeah, okay.
If you feel like, whatever floats your boat, if he going out to benefits, 401k or something like that, or just to be, I don't know, publicity stunt or something like that. I don't know, man. To each his own. But, nobody really say no when Cheryl was going with that young boy. They really didn't talk about it now.
Cher. Her name is Cher. Cher. Her with a C in front. Cher.
Man, whatever. Don't correct me, Mr.
I mean,
E-Man,
don't you want to know? I mean, don't you want to know? I mean, you don't want to be walking down the street talking about Cheryl.
What I say, Cheryl or Sherry? What I say?
Both of those are wrong, so it doesn't matter. You said one of
Cher,
those.
she, whatever her name
Bro,
is.
you can't say
it is
Cher.
what it is.
You can't say Cher.
Okay, Mr. E-Man.
No.
Okay,
bro. Just like you're sharing something. Just say you're sharing this opportunity.
Yeah,
with us.
share. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so okay. I mean, to each his own, man. And it kind of odd though, but I believe he did have something to do with it. Diddy had something to do with Andre Harrell and what's her name? Especially his girl, Kim Porter.
Yeah.
Baby mama, whoever was. She's about to tell our book that she was bringing out, and she was going to say something.
Yeah,
and
probably.
tell on everybody. So I really do believe he has something to do with her doing, man.
Well, they haven't put out anything out there. They haven't put out any evidence or any type of. There's just a conspiracy out there that he has. It's floating out there that he has something to do with it. But
it's mighty funny. All the dominoes start falling down. Why?
Yeah,
From her
I agree with you.
Andre to Albie. I'm like, wow.
I agree with you. I agree that there's
a hit is a hit though. I say a hit is a hit. When the industry done with you, man, they done with you, man. That's that beat, man. You can take down every person you want to, but when the industry done to you, and to be up top like that, what Diddy is, it's an informing situation you got to be. You got to do what they say and tell on everything. But right now, we gonna cover you to a certain extent, and when we get done with your little goof ass, hey, get on. We done with you.
Yeah,
And that's
I
how
do
they
agree with
play the
that.
system, man.
I do agree
You'll
with
never
that.
be bad. You'll never be above the white folks.
Well, see, here's my problem with that analogy is that you have some very powerful black folks in Hollywood that are just
You do.
so far under the radar
Mm-hmm.
because they know to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I hate to say it this way because some people are gonna hate this breakdown, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know them personally, but I know names of some
Mm-hmm.
very high executives in the black world of Hollywood slash music. You know what I'm saying? In the entertainment
Yeah.
field, that a lot of people don't know their names, and it's they control the destiny of a lot of black Hollywood. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and they shit on us. They underpay
Yeah.
us. They underpay us. They everything y'all think these white folks doing to us, it's actually some black people that's doing it. And I know that don't set well. I'm coming from a professional world of boxing. The worst thing that happened to 300 plus black fighters, a black man did it to them. Wasted all their careers. Made
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them rich, a handful of them rich, and made everybody else fail and jacked off their careers. And I keep bringing this up only because I was actually indulged. I lived in that world and I watched it develop, and everybody was that pro-black shit in there. And everybody that
Mm-hmm.
had their power to the people fist up was getting played. And they wasn't getting played by Showtime. They wasn't getting played by the white man. They was getting played by a brother who always told them not to go sign with a white man because a white man gonna shit on you. And he shitted on him. He was doing the damage to him. He was using what a lot of people do, that manipulative, that he was manipulative to these folks, bro. You
Yeah.
understand? He was manipulating them. Excuse me, I have my retainer in, so a little tough. He was manipulating those guys. And it's sad. I seen this man, and y'all can say what you want to say. This is just a field that I know something about, and a lot of people don't. I watched this man get a contract from a network for $1 billion. And I wouldn't say that he messed up the money, but he
Yeah.
certainly didn't spread that $1 billion to the black community like he should have. Because I would say easily 80 to 85% of the people that $1 billion was supposed to go towards didn't get it. Those are black folks. Didn't get it.
Yeah.
But he used that brother shit on us. And a lot of them working construction jobs to this day. Gave them little peanuts to be able to keep things in motion, but it was never enough money for them to secure a future with their family and buying property and doing the things. I watched that shit go down, and
Mm-hmm.
that'll be a testimony that I will always give. And when people come on and talk that the white man this and they ain't gonna let us do that and all this and all that other shit, I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that have been screwed by us, and
Yeah.
it goes all the way back to, you live in Cincinnati, right, twin?
Yeah.
I had my brother Andre Ewing on the show the other day, and he was
Yeah.
talking about Captain Pettis, the black lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all can put a white face that did him wrong, but she sure in the hell didn't get a lot of support from the black community, nor
You
the
ain't
upper
never
black
lying.
management of the city of Cincinnati. And these are the same people that say it's 2 Cincinnatis. There's a white Cincinnati, there's a black Cincinnati. And you look at all of the black folks in these hierarchy positions, from police chief to city, to the fire chief, to look at all the black folks that have been dismissed on their jobs,
Can't
and
say
now they
that,
coming
Wyatt.
back, and now they coming back and been done wrong, but yet your administration has pretty much been black.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that it's the mayor, but I'm telling you, the people that called the shots have been people that, I seen Andre Ewing's video before I hit the power button here, and he said that the Sentinels are not protecting black folks like they should. Now I'm going to look into it and see what he's talking about. I'd like to know what it is, because I mean, anybody that's spent 30 years in an
So the
organization.
signal, let me get this straight. So the signal, is that like some type of black organization or something?
Yeah, it's like it's almost like
FOP type? I don't
yeah,
know.
it's exactly. It's
I
supposed
heard
to,
them because when I went to meet Stefan, them here, they little what you call that thing?
town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, well, election and all that in College Hill.
Okay.
And they was there, and a guy that I seen on a video off of Facebook at one of the signals, it was top authority, some type of guy. He's well known, forgot his name and everything. And he was at that town hall meeting.
Okay.
And I want to know what is it a black organization or a fraternal type?
What
for the Black Association or something?
You mean the Sentinels?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know.
I
just
don't
asking.
know a lot about them, how they internally work, but evidently it's for the black folks that are on the police
No, is
department.
it here in Cincinnati or all over?
No. It's I believe it might be I know a brother
Organization type
Twin,
or fraternal type. I don't know. Sorority. I don't know.
No, it's not a sorority.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I'm trying to get it out.
People think I'm stupid or dumb, but I ask questions because I don't know really about that.
If you let me speak, you'll get the answer. But
he laughs at me so I can. Man,
I didn't. I was laughing because you wouldn't let me get my words out. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the fact that you weren't letting me get my words out. You kept saying, "Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that?"
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
That's
yes, sir.
all, bro. Calm down, relax.
I just said yes, sir, man. Go ahead.
It was a group created by black people in the city of Cincinnati to look for fair treatment for black officers on the force. Okay. I mean, from pay, from promotion to, all the things that, it was an overseer of black folks in the organization to make sure that we were treated fairly and it's a great idea, especially when you know that it's a brotherhood. See, the police, I never understood why they had all these different divisions in the police department. I thought that was divisional. I thought that was divisive to have all these different divisions in there, like the FOP, but the FOP has everybody. I don't know how many white people are in the Sentinels, from my understanding. I don't think there are any. I could be wrong, but I know that there's probably some black FOP members. I don't think that's an all-white organization. I could be wrong there too. But the Sentinels were put in position specifically for black people, from my understanding. I listened to Andre's definition of what the Sentinels were, and I might have a little. I might
you can feel his drift off the way he was saying it, and if like you just explained it. If y'all say y'all for the people and y'all for the black people, why y'all ain't back that lady up 100%?
What lady? The captain lady?
Pettis. Yeah.
Well,
if y'all say
maybe they thought she was wrong. Ain't nobody said that. Okay,
until Ewan came out and exposed everybody and everything. Somebody been in the force and all that, and he don't know what he's talking about, and then hit the fan and all. I'm like, man, evidently he telling the truth about it.
No,
but y'all hate to see that somebody
now the brother was over here.
Hold on, exposing people.
Hold on, twin. The brother was over here. Okay, so I'm not gonna diss. Of course, I'm not gonna diss him or anything because he came and told his truth. But just because he said what he said, don't make it true. But now what leans into his
been in the game
twin?
So
let me.
No,
it ain't even that. It's not. It's not.
How they been mistreated and all that.
Twin,
and you've been around that environment. Of course, you go speak about it.
Twin,
and you ain't got no filter about it.
Twin. I feel more comfortable with the evidence that he was presenting, not just what he was talking about. I feel more comfortable because he brought receipts. That's more important than
that's what I'm trying to say, man.
No, because
no, ain't no buts about it.
Then why didn't you say that? Then why didn't you say that? Why didn't you say that he brought receipts?
I'm just saying what he was just saying.
No, you said because he's been there for 30 years.
You trying to flip the script on a nigga, man. When I'm trying to tell you what he said, when he brought the receipts and said what he said. And people looked at him like, he probably don't know what he's talking about. He just people was against him. I seen in his Facebook thing.
How could he
you don't know
not?
what you're talking about and all that. Somebody been around so long, why and everything, understand the outcome of it and situations and everything. Hey, man, he know what he's talking about. But people don't like when you get exposed.
Hold on, let me say this because Terry Coleman said something like I said. But this is why I said what I said, Terry, and then how I back it. Terry said, who's to say Andre is telling facts? People have their own opinions about her. True. the opinions that we have or that they have about her have nothing to do with the arbitrator's decision. You can not like that lady, you could love that lady, but the fact that the arbitrator came out and said that this is a ridiculous situation that even happened, I got to look at that and say, hey, something went wrong. An arbitrator is a person that understands the rule book. They understand what's right, what's wrong. They know when someone's being treated well or been mistreated, right? So when an arbitrator comes out and says, this should have never happened, something's wrong here, it tends to validate what Andre is saying, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. It validates what he's been saying because the arbitrator comes out and says, based on our rules and our regulations and our handbooks and this and this and that, Captain Pettis did nothing wrong and this should have never happened. And I don't even know why it's here. And when he can bring those receipts like he did, then damn it, I got to believe I'm going to be on that. He flipped it from 90 to 10, from 90% to 10%. I got to believe that he's talking 90% truth versus the other way around. And the only reason why I say that is because the arbitrator, that's their internal court of law, so to speak. They sat down in a hearing and they ran through it and they're saying that she was done wrong. Now, everything that Andre's saying that she was done wrong about, maybe some of it is not all the way true. Maybe all of it is true. I don't know. But it was enough truth there to find out that this lady had been done wrong. And that's his receipts. So he can ride that wave. And that's what makes me believe him, because he has enough receipt in front of him to be like, yeah, bro, own it. He know what he's talking about. Feel me?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I don't know you're trying to go off on me, though.
Who went off on you?
You.
I didn't.
When I was trying to say something.
I don't know, because
but
here's the thing, bro. If I know, let's back up a little bit. If I know, twin, I just went down that street. It's a dead end, bro, because, you know, they cut the street off because they down there. So there was an accident down there, bro. No need for you to run down that street. You're going to go all the way down there and you're going to do a U-turn and come back. Now, if I'm a friend of yours, brother, why would I not just tell you when I see you instead of letting you ride down that street by you? That's what you were just doing. You were going down the street for no reason because you were going to have to turn around. I was just trying to give you.
That was part of my life.
I was trying to
so
give
I
you.
want to listen. That's why I wound up in the joint.
Yeah, you're right.
Or whatever. Or doing other things.
No, you're right.
Because I want to listen instead of try to listen to, you know, the person that really care about and love me. I want to do twins away. Okay, then. What they say, hard head make a soft ass.
Yeah.
So that's why I ran with it. Take your soft ass on. This is what you go get.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
That's how I feel about that situation and everything. Hey, Wyatt, you been in New Orleans, right? You stayed up in New Orleans, right?
I did.
Is they compatible like New York?
Excuse me?
I was listening to, are they compatible?
Compatible? What does that mean?
I mean,
compatible? I'm just playing.
I said compatible or compatible?
I know. I think I know
what
you meant.
Both
because you could have meant a couple different things. You could have. Are they competing with New York? I don't know. Are they compatible with New York? I don't know.
They call it baby apple, right?
Baby apple? I never known it to be baby apple when I lived there.
I was listening to who was that? Regis and what's that lady name? That's on there, Regis and Kathy and her husband on there now.
Okay.
It comes on early, and they was saying how New Orleans and New York very compatible with each other.
Oh, compatible. In what kind of way were they saying? Because that could
same
mean
same swag and everything.
Nah.
You don't think so?
No.
I was just giving your, input,
No.
your advice.
If you're talking about the people, the people of New Orleans are way different than the people of New Orleans. The people of New York, the people of New York, let me say it the way I need to say it. The people of New Orleans are well different than New Yorkers. Okay, they're way different. New Orleans folks are very hospitable. They are unbelievably nice folks once they know you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It take a minute.
Yeah.
They don't take too kind to strangers. But once you become part of the family, and once they get over that hump, and I think it's like that with a lot of people. Maybe New Yorkers are the same way, but I see a lot of New Yorkers fighting.
Them New Yorkers, man, them stuck up, and it's like they mentality like, I got to get to the money. I'm gonna be late for something.
Well, New Yorkers give this persona that they real tough and that they always to the money and this and that. But it's a lot of motherfuckers in jail in New York. They always trying to act. They say a New York minute, and I'm just being honest with you, bro. I know a lot. My New York friends gonna be mad at me because I go to Brooklyn. I go to Brooklyn, but I gotta say that it's part of that 90-10 rule. New Yorkers talk a lot of shit. I seen Dame Dash on TV the other day when he was talking about we don't have bosses in New York. We don't have not everybody was like, they was like, yeah, you have bosses in there. He was like, not if you from Brooklyn. Like, that's a dumbass statement. Like, how, Dame Dash is a perfect example of what a New Yorker is. You know what I'm saying? They all think that they better than everybody. And when you try to give a difference of an opinion, everybody's wrong but the New Yorker. And that's why I kind of limit my time in New York, because most New Yorkers don't have anything to offer you. They only have something that they want to take from you. I mean, you have something that they want to take from you. They don't have shit to offer, bro. Trust me. Sorry, New York. That's my opinion.
Oh, okay. That's all I gotta say. I ain't got nothing else to say before you go off on me.
I never went off on you, brother.
Go.
I do have to go, but I got a couple minutes.
Shout out to that lady, Jerica Vaughn. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Jerica.
No, happy birthday, Jerica. She's something else. All right, Wyatt.
All right, brother. Talk to you soon. Thanks for engaging with us, man. Enjoy all that snow you got coming to you, twin. Go get you some salt. From my understanding, it's going to be, I don't know what Cincinnati's going to get. I don't know if y'all going to get a lot or what. I don't know what y'all got coming. I've been watching. I got a little monitor here that I keep the weather, well, whatever I want to watch on television. But on this time, I have the weather channel up right now in my studio here. And I'm just watching, see if it's going to be some changes, because in Cincinnati has the type of, in the Midwest, the weather that you get there, it could change on the hour. Carolyn Smith says, I love New Yorkers. I can listen to, oh, I gotta address. You're gonna hate me when I say this, sis, but I gotta say it. She says, I love New Yorkers. I can listen to them talk all day. You know what, Carolyn? I know the accents you're talking about, but you prime prepped and ready to be fleeced. That's the one thing New Yorkers have, is that damn that dialect that they talk with, that they speak with. And that dialect will get you every time. They sound believable. They sound like they're ahead of everything. They use that New York minute on everybody like they ain't got time for shit. Let me tell y'all what. Let me tell you. Can I break down one business deal for you all? I did some business with a company. I would in promotions, and I did some business with a company called what was it called? William Morrison. Okay, I'm sure some of y'all know, if you ever been in the promotion industry, like somebody like Sabrina Calloway, she knows exactly who William Morrison Agency is. And I don't mean this for anybody. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but if you have a family member or if you've been in the entertainment world, you know that William Morrison is one of the biggest booking agencies in the country. Okay, they're in New York, they're in Chicago. I think they're in Chicago, but I know they're in New York and LA. And probably Reggie Calloway and them guys were probably part of William Morrison, because they only deal with big people. Okay. So I remember dealing with William Morrison Agency, and I was fairly young in the industry, and I used to overpay. I used to overpay for everything that William Morrison used to present to me. It wasn't necessarily fair, but in business, nothing is ever fair. You're only privileged to whatever you negotiate. So William Morrison used to take me up top for things that I would do. I would book with them. I was a solid client. I did business with them on a consistent basis. I would book someone, and let's just say that booking was $10,000. Every time I called, they act like they didn't have time for me. New York minute shit. What do you want? What do you want, kid? Come on, come on. What do you want? What do you want, kid? What do you want? What do you want, kid? What do you want, kid? What do you want? What do you, we got too much. Hey, we'll call you back. We'll call you back. And then they'll wait a couple days to call you back or whatever. Hey, what's up, man? What you got? What you got going? New York shit. Oh, that price is 10,000. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, I got another person right now on it. That's that same old trickery shit. They finesse you. They try. Then one day, the shrewd businessman that I can possibly be sometimes, I'm like, I'm gonna go to New York. Thinking about doing something, and I'm bringing, I got some things going on. I have a couple clients that's in New York. Let me go to New York. I get to New York and I go to the agency. When I go to the agency, ain't a fucking soul, ain't nothing going on. You can hear a pin drop in there. Oh, you can hear phones ringing. But the way they had all the noise in the background, like there was people walking around and tons of paperwork and shit flocking, deal done. It sounded like a stock exchange room or something. I get up there and it looked like the post office. Every once in a while, somebody coming through and walking through and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It was just a normal business office. It's a normal business day, and you would see a few people walking in and out. And I learned that part of the finesse game is making you feel like you're less than. One of the things I've learned in business is sometimes people make you feel like they don't really have time for you. So if they don't have time for you, they must be doing big numbers somewhere else. So they'll make you overspend. And I had to learn how to be like, hey, I'm not gonna pay 10, I'm gonna pay 8 because I know that such and such got that same situation for 8. It's almost like this. Let me spin it a little bit. Go to a dealership, car dealership, and go walk in there and see a nice car on the showroom floor and let a salesperson tell you, oh, no, that car right there, no, the price tag on it is 60,000. And they tell you, we ain't taking a dime less than 60,000. There's some people that'd be like, I got 60 for you. I got 60 for you. You know what I'm saying? And then there'd be another dude that'd come in there and end up paying 55. Because what I've learned in this capitalistic world, is that it's all about what you know. It's like that in life. We're limited on the limitations of knowledge. You can have all the money in the world. You're still going to be done wrong if you don't know what you don't know. If you don't know that you could pay 55 for a 60, you just going to end up, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know. And I have to keep going back to this thing of we're not left out. We just don't know. I burned a video that I was going to play. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow or next week or something. I'm watching all these folks learn something wrong. And you know who these folks are, us. Because now we all feel like, well, we can get in real estate. I can get in real estate and I can get me 100 doors. I can get 50 doors. I can get 30 doors. They making things easy to learn now. It's one thing to learn how to buy property. Okay. But it's like anything else. You don't just learn the surface. You can't just, learn the surface. The reason why when you buy fruit, it look good, but you squeeze it because you get to see how it feel on the inside. You can't just buy fruit and just be like, oh, that one look good. You get home and it might be dead on the inside, rotten. Business is the same way. Somebody can sit back and teach you how to buy, how to acquire real estate. But if they don't teach you how to maintain it, if they don't teach you to have a reserve, if they don't teach you how to to maintain what you're buying, then you're just buying some shit. I had a buddy of mine, one of my OGs, had 15 houses in the city of Cincinnati and Norwood. 15. One of those houses, I'm going to break it down. One of the houses was in Norwood. He bought that house for $87,000. $87,000 rehab, right? He bought a rehab. He bought a project, you know, something that he can work on. He bought it for $87,000. When he bought it, they gave him an assessment of probably, I'm going to say that they told him he needed to spend about 50 or 60,000. Okay. Let's take the high end. So that puts him at what, 147, right? Somewhere, right? 140. Oh, my mama. This is how crazy it is. I want to say his name, but I just don't, I won't do that. 5 years later, 5 years later, I had a client come to me and say, hey, I got this guy that's trying to sell some property. You interested? I'm like, you know, I don't really buy unit. I'm not really into, you know, I don't buy residential, but what is it? I'm curious. He was like, no, this is some good deals, bro. This is a good deal. I said, well, what is it? Let me see. He was like, I got this one house. He got this one right over here in Norwood. Now, this is a guy that's just trying to play in between because he said, well, I got somebody. I guess my OG, me and my OG fell out. Y'all know that story. I've told y'all this story about he missed, you know, he did some things and I just left him alone. So the OG ended up with somebody else. Somebody else swung some information around to me. People know who can make moves. Okay. There's some people that know who to deal with when it comes down to doing certain things. And it come to me. Now, keep in mind, this dude, my old OG, bought that property for 87. He got to a point where he had sunk probably close to 20,000 in it. Then he hit the wall. He hit the shit that nobody taught him about. He taught the this was over in Norwood, Ohio. The regulations, you know, there's certain permits you have to have. He didn't know that the construction was going to start hitting him with this and this and this and that. Now, keep in mind, he spent 87,000 plus another close to 20,000. You're not going to believe. You're not going to believe how much they brought that property to me for. You're not going to believe how much I could have bought that same house for by the time his name was not on it anymore. But y'all understand that there's a list of people that are on the deeds. You know who bought the house 50 years ago. You know who bought the house 40 years ago. You know who bought the house. You know, the person's name stay on it, you know. So by the time it got to me, it was 17,000. All the work that needed to be done. He should have known that before he spent 87,000. There were structural problems, foundation problems, all that shit was done. Only thing he should have been, when he paid 87,000, he only did an assessment of home improvements of cosmetics. He didn't look at the things that needed to be done structural rise. You understand? That property should have never sold for 87,000. Not with as much damage as it had on structural. So by the time it got to me, I could have bought that property for under 20,000, put the structural money in it, and it still would have been less than $87,000. But see, when you teach people how to buy and not maintain, you're not teaching them anything. You're just teaching them how to spend money. Folks, this is where we lacking. That's all. My brother Marcus Nall is here. That's Ohio Runs Boxing. I don't know how long you've been here, Marcus, but let me just say this to you, brother. Thank you for the star. I appreciate it. That's how we support the channel. I gave an analogy of a black man running boxing. And I think you might know more than anything or more than anybody on this platform because you've been following boxing. You on boxing, you proud boxing Ohio. You know your shit about boxing and the whole nine, bro. I think you know what I'm talking about when I say a brother who runs boxing and had all those careers in his hands and had $1 billion and had a network deal, and none of them brothers got any money. A handful of these dudes. And Marcus, if you don't mind, man, maybe you don't see this like I do. Maybe you do understand the business of it. But if you look at the brothers that got paid by this man, how many of them have money to this day? How many of them out of the $1 billion that he had of a network deal? How many of them brothers have any money? And y'all can blame them. You can blame, oh, well, they ran through their money. They did this. No, they got manipulated out of their money. If I go fight somebody, let's just say I'm making up somebody. If I go fight Manny Pacquiao and this man has me signed, the brother I'm telling y'all about, you have me fight Manny Pacquiao and you're going to pay me $3 million to fight Manny Pacquiao. Damn it, I want my Manny Pacquiao check after the fight. Damn it, I did my work. I did what I'm supposed to do. I don't want no $500 a week. I don't want no motherfucker $2,500 a day. I don't want my money Western Union and wired to me. Damn it, give me my $3 million. Oh, we're going to invest it for you. We doing this for you. We doing this and we doing that. You know the song and dance, Marcus. You know how they did them brothers, man. And don't nobody talk about that shit. And the black community certainly ain't going to talk about it because they would rather be part of that 90% fake shit than tell 90% truth and stop it from happening again. Y'all so loyal to being black, you don't mind when a black motherfucker rape you. As long as it ain't a white motherfucker. If a white person rape us, oh my God, end of the world. But you'll accept rape from your own people. It's sad. That's just flat out straight manipulation. A lot of them brothers went broke because of the payment structure that they were on. And it's the worst thing you can do is somebody owe you some money and you spending the money before they pay you. And then you turn around and you like, hey man, I need you to send me some money. And they be like, wait a minute, hold on. The books say, hold on. The books say you got, yeah, we did this, we did that, we did this, we did that, we did that. You know, it's like the casino. They don't want you in there playing with no money. They want you playing, there ain't no windows in there. They want you lost. They don't want you to know what time it is. Ain't a clock on the wall. And they don't want you playing with money. They want you playing with these fake ass chips because it's not money. Psychologically, you're not even spending money, you're throwing chips. Now imagine being a guy and somebody owe you $3 million and they just piecing you off money by money. And then every time you get in trouble, they sending you some money. Every time this happened, you get a little bit of money and you can't keep that. You ain't writing this shit down. Then they tell you one day, a year and a half later, you say, hey man, I need 10,000 of my own money. And then they turn around and they tell you out. You don't have no money. You don't have no more money. And you're like, well, what do you mean? I had $3 million. No, look, let me show you this list. And there's black folks doing us like that. That ain't the white man. That's us doing us like that. So miss me with all that bullshit. Brothers that get in certain positions, they have the opportunity to put us in better positions. And sometimes they maintain their position by keeping us in place, keeping us out of line. I tell you this right now. For some of y'all who say, and I know Marcus might not be here anymore, he may be. Some of y'all who say, well, why would that young man need better people around him? Follow me in what I'm saying to you. That young man need better people around him. He rich, he famous. He need better people around him. You ever thought that the people that made him rich and famous want him to be a fuck up? You ever thought that the people that want him to be, he was chosen to be rich and famous by other people because they know who they dealing with? Like, yeah, he's gonna be a F up. He's perfect for what we need. Y'all know, I'm going to use New Edition as an example. That wasn't white people that did him like that. It was the same man that I'm talking about in boxing. Because Marcus just said, I've seen that a few times in the music industry as well with blacks. Same thing, Marcus. This man who did the blacks in boxing like that is the same man that did New Edition. Didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that same man who used to be the head. New Edition came home from a year and a half of touring when they put their record out when they were little kids. They looking for residuals. They looking for money. They get a check for $1.16. I mean, how could you even be that fucking shrewd to even write a check to a kid and his family in the projects of Boston. And you put on there $1.16. And then you look at them and say, well, you got that moped and that stereo that I bought you. This is that same man. It ain't a promoter, Steven Speed. It's record executives. And then he found another target. He moved from the music industry and went into the boxing world because he knew that he knew how to get he knew the industry. He had the right people around him, and he knew how to go in and get a network deal. And he just switched it from singers and dancers that didn't know any better, and he just switched it to black fighters. He knew white. I didn't see him finesse white folks like that because the white people wasn't gonna let that happen. They had white folks wasn't gonna they put him in his lane to do his people the way he knew that he can do his people. White folks he didn't do no Jewish artists like that. He didn't do no white fighters like that. He did us like that. And we so busy caught up on what white people doing to us, man. Y'all better stop that shit. And from the looks of it, now I ain't gonna say this part. Brenda Harris said you forgot TLC and many others that got beat by people who look like us. Y'all remember how Pebbles did them? She knew the industry. Pebbles was she knew, and I don't. Hey, Sabrina, them her friends. So business is business, but those are friends. So I don't want to, like, she know those folks. She's not going to defend them because she know what's right and what's wrong. She may have a different story. Sometimes what we see is that looks obvious is not always the case. But I know how the music industry works. It's no different than what I've been into myself in the industry of dealing with executives and people that have budgets. But it's no different. Entertainment is entertainment. Okay, it all functions the same way. It's just you either in a ring or you on a stage. It's the same shit. And to be honest with you, we can sit back. Y'all can say Clyde Davis all you want, but his roster of black people that he screwed over is a hell of a lot lighter than I can think of 4 black executives that played the role of burning us, burning their roster of people and that look like them. So y'all keep on with that shit with them white folks always doing this and they're always doing. Nah, I ain't buying that brand. Y'all stay on that shit. Y'all stay on that. Donna said Don King. I'll just sum Don King up in one word. Now I know Mr. King. I know his lawyer. His lawyer is a friend of mine. We're buddies. We're friends. I could call him right now and have a great conversation with him. But now let me explain something to you. Without me being too in-depth to how I feel about Mr. King, because he is an older guy. And I don't want to disrespect anybody. But when you turn around and you charge Mike Tyson, y'all see this towel I got on my shoulder? This is a $40,000 towel. See, I couldn't even get it out my mouth. Don King was charging Mike Tyson $25,000 for towels for training. Towels. So you know a fucking chicken dinner was probably $2,500. If you can charge that much for a towel and get away with it on a spreadsheet, Israel, Yamin Israel, what's up, brother? He said, who schooled Don? Don't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. I think Don was self-educated. Don was he was part of, you got to understand, he's 92, 93, 94 years old. Don King come from the vultures. Okay, just because he's seen other people do it don't mean that he should do it. It don't mean, because him and Mike Tyson made $400-500 million. Are you suggesting to me that if I make it, look, Marcus, you and I work together. You're the fighter, I'm your guy. We make $500 million. Out of that $500 million, you make 400 of it of yourself, And for my work, I made 100 million. But because I can screw you out of another 350 or 5 or close to 475 or 375 million of your 400, does that mean I should? Because I know how? Because somebody showed me the way, or I seen it done somewhere else? Why can't I just make my 100 million? We stay cool. You made 400. I didn't go in there and get hit in the head. I didn't have to train. I was eating chitlins and all type of shit while you was eating salads, getting ready for the fight. I don't deserve $400 million. So since I don't deserve it, why should I steal it? So just because I know how to do it, don't mean that, I know how to take it from you. I know how to finesse you out of it. Why should I do that? Just because I know how to do it don't mean I should do it, and it don't make it right if you do it. Y'all know that. Let me read this one from Sabrina, because I brought her name up. Queen was good. She said, everything that looks good ain't good. That entertainment business is a beast. That's why I stayed in Cincinnati and never moved to LA. She know. See, she's a receipt. She's a receipt of the industry. She know the William Morris agencies. She know the music game better than I do. She know that shit better than I do. She slept with the music game. You know what I mean? Pillow talk and waking up to it, and studios late at night, making albums late at night, hearing records before they hit the public. She that's her life. She know all that shit. And she know how the people move. She know the loyalty is not always. She know that shit. She know that. So I can't tell her anything. I can just, she can probably co-sign some of the things that I'm talking about when it come down to the shrewdness of that industry. But, truth of the matter is, there's a lot of shrewd business going on. And it ain't all white people doing that to us. It just ain't that. And you know what? As long as y'all keep having that in your mind, we'll continue having this 90% false, 10% truth. 90% false, 10% truth will always keep us captured in how we see things and look at things. We'll never want to blame us or hold us accountable for the shit we do as long as we have somebody else to blame. We got to get away from that. It's hurting us more than anything. It hurts us more than you can even imagine. I hope all my people in Cincinnati are safe this weekend because of the snow. Stay tuned because I may give you a rundown. We may do a show on Saturday morning at 10, between 9 and 10 or something like that. 9 or 10. I'll probably let everybody know tomorrow if we're going to do 9 or if we're going to do 10. I'm going to get a feel for what I got going on Saturday and see if we can maybe do an hour, maybe 2 hours on Saturday, and get everybody ready for their weekend snow or whatever's going on. Some of y'all might even be snowed in on Monday. So we'll see how it go. Hey, that's my time. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow right here on Wyatt Live. Same place, same time, right here, 1 p.m. Peace.
Getting ready for the lift out. I see it like I got thighs in. Dog, I'm really touching my dreams. Nigga, I can really feel goals. I'm getting ready for the kick out. King about to go and explode. I've been ready from the get-go. I doodled on an Amazon truck. Yeah, you know I got a shitload. A steez falling off a young nigga. Get your ass up and swag harder. I balled in, I overchoked shit. A nigga could have been Chad Boy, but fuck bad bitches who don't know shit. Or smart bitches with their head napping. This is catch 22, dog. Bitch, I could have worked for Craig Daddy. Funk it out, put the groove on it. Keem slicker than some lube on him. I'm in the booth with a U-Haul, cause bitch I gotta get a move on it. I'm still shooting through the roof too. The flow is gonna be the proof too. Why you gotta go so hard? Nigga, I just ate a blue chew. I heard the game, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wiggle on them like a loose tooth. Dog, I just told the tuxedo that we can do whatever suits you. And I'm still gon' roll even when the lights dim. And them niggas, they don't really like him, cause the bitches that they with hype him. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. I'm bubbling like when the Sprite fizz, and I know you niggas wanna fight him. Razor blade, give your throat a light trim. Ran on it, took the business and I stand on it. A woman going through a gender change, bitch, I'm about to be the man on him. The flow water and it made me fluid. I got hoes going crazy to it. I don't even got fans no more. A young nigga got AC units, tell me how they gon' stop King. I scrape the pan till the pot clean. And every time a nigga slide, bitch, I'm doing more numbers than a lock screen. Lord knows I'm a bad movement, shitting on him when I do the thing. And it's a pity I'm the running kind. A nigga could've been Pootie Tang. Off the rip like Velcro, tell him falling off is a hell no. You niggas really got me bent, and I ain't never been to elbow. I'm on a wave like a sailboat, got more stripes than some jail clothes. Made a lot of niggas kick the bucket on, never ask them what they looking pale for. Cause it's me, nigga, I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Velcro. Velcro. I'm rolling all.
What we're living in, let me tell ya.